All right. Good morning, AGDQ. It is awesome to be
Так,
here. I'm
и
so excited to
вот
run
он,
1000 Year
Пеппер,
Tour.
бумажный
How's
Марио.
everyone doing this morning? Everyone doing good? All right, let's go and have my lovely commentators introduce themselves.
Hello, I am Sway, and I ran this game once last year.
Я даже чайку не успел
I haven't played
заварить.
this game pretty decent amount, I guess.
Kumo talking to you from beyond the internet.
Yep. And we've also got the back
Unfortunately-
couch with a bunch of supporters and other pape runners.
That is a
Ну,
lot.
они тут собрались, реально,
It
бригада
is.
Пеппер
Alright.
Марио раннеров.
If we are ready to go, I'd love for everyone to count down. So
Даже
starting from
дивана
five.
не хватило, чтобы всех усадить, поставили по бокам стульчики.
3, 2, 1, go!
И ран начинается.
Yo, what is up, everybody? Welcome. This is the first Paper Mario the 1000 Year Door run at GDQ since Yoshi himself ran all Crystal Stars at GDQX 2019, and the first time we've seen any percent at this marathon since AGDQ.
Пролетает нам Йоши.
As you can probably guess by the estimate
Приносит
following
вот что.
the event runs of the events past, this game is A, very broken, and B, even more broken.
Игра, говорят, очень
It's
сломанная.
very broken.
Очень.
There's so much that has changed
Очень
in these
сломанный
past few
спидран.
years, and the estimate has just, you know,
За
gone
последние
down.
2
Like,
года
you know,
прям
this game used to
вообще.
be, like, over 6 hours long. And it became 4
Это и
hours, and
Nintendo
the
Wii,
pals kept on
кстати.
found. And you know, it eventually, now today, I think the world record is like, I think like a 216.
216.
Я так
Yeah,
понимаю, они,
so
возможно,
it's
эмулятор
crazy how
GameCube
far this
используют,
has
который
become.
на Wii,
There's gonna
в
be a lot
принципе,
of awesome
встроенный.
matches that we get to show off. And it's
Или
gonna
там
be a
даже
very
не
weird
совсем
chapter
эмуляция
order, you
идет,
know.
там
We're not gonna be
это,
beating
по
all the
сути, тот же
chapters,
GameCube.
but I promise, we're beating them in a fast order. It may not seem fast, but it's gonna be a fast order, and we like to go fast.
I hope you're ready to relearn how to count today.
Yeah.
Я слышал, кстати, про глич, который
Well, obviously, the first
при
number
помощи
is
картриджа
prologue, right?
Пеппер
That's
Марио
the first.
в Зельде
Yeah.
что-то
We
делает.
love prologue.
Или
You can see
наоборот.
the Japanese symbol for row looks like a 0, so chapter 0.
Yep.
Chapter 0. There we go.
Just like the letter O. By the way, it looks like the Japanese restream really seemed to enjoy the message that I had you put in the file name. They were posting that up. Shoutouts to the Japanese restream. So to get into very basics of why we're running this game in Japanese, there are a few differences at many points in the
Так, на японском языке игра самая быстрая к прохождению.
Technically, the North American English version is potentially faster. It is just way harder and way more inconsistent with some of the tricks.
Yeah,
So we're doing
overall-
Japanese for marathon consistency.
Yeah, they're overall fairly similar.
Нет, короче, на самом деле американская быстрее, говорят.
Harder.
Как ни странно, но японская более стабильна. То есть американская и европейская, они более такие
Plus, the method for one of the
с жесткими местами. Но для марафона мы пробежим японскую, потому что она постабильнее, попроще.
Yeah,
So this is Paper Mario RPG, aka Paper Mario the 1000 Year Door, aka the second Paper Mario game is the continuation of the Mario RPG series.
И тут такая предстает перед нами RPG-система.
FP, HP hits 0, you die. FP, basically your spell points. This is basically the tutorial fight to introduce you to
Это вот
attacks,
tutorial fight
combos,
такой.
guard commands, super guard commands, which we'll get into, and action commands, where you time a button press, you do additional damage.
Also, I'm so sorry
kind of-
for the
Ну,
pixel.
когда мы юзаем какое-то действие, если мы еще дополнительно кнопку нажмем, мы больше урона наносим. Вот такая вот хитрая механика.
But this is kind of a bit rate killer for casual streams.
Yeah, so this
Anyways,
game had a bit of a thing where it was like kind of showcasing the
Тут
game.
происходит большой махач, но мы из него тактично уходим.
100 enemies on the screen at once.
Все это, конечно, сюжетное происходящее, максимально заскриптованное.
So to give you kind of the rundown of this game,
Но ничего, мы еще успеем наскипать целую кучу дел.
On the just casual like street market of this place here called Rogueport.
Нет, в Paper Mario побеждает тот, у кого есть ножницы.
to the Thousand Year Door, and then she has since gone missing. Don't mind the funny events going on in the background. This place is not a very nice neighborhood. Let's put it that way. There's kind of an endearing quality to Rogueport, and one of the things that I think a lot of people really love about this game. But there's definitely some shades
Базарим с
to it.
грибами.
But yeah, we have to go on a treasure hunt, find out where the princess went, and basically the princess.
Идем, так
we're gonna
сказать,
something
на охоту за
very-
сокровищами.
spoilers, a very broken run. But we need to find the 7 crystal stars.
Нам реально
and
обещают до
to
сих пор, что это довольно сломанный ран.
unlock it and learn
Так что мы
some
поверим.
mysteries within.
We're definitely gonna get all 7.
Yeah.
I mean, you'll see at the end, we have all 7.
Yep.
Yeah, so just
We're
like
just
continuing
reteaching
the
you how to
first
count to 7.
Yeah, you know, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. So hey, here's the first partner. We're only gonna get 3 partners in the run. Well, actually potentially 4. But yeah, this is Goombella, and she's actually going to play.
Это Гумбела
role
за
later
нами
on for
преследует.
a few different tricks. There's a few different tricks involving her. And real quick, I just want to mention. So this.
С ней в
this
ране
Toad
есть
right
несколько
here
трюков.
lost her contact lens, and Mara just broke it. And great, she won't be able to see without her contacts. That's quite unfortunate. We just completely broke them.
Yeah, so Yoshi's initiating this here because he wants to get over to the west side of the west side as early as the game will let you, for several different reasons, and he's kind of just running a sweep of important things to do. So we trigger the ZST little scene. That won't be resolved until Chapter 2. We need to talk to a shopkeeper in order to order a contact lens replacement, and then we need to do shopping anyway, so we're going to buy honey
Так, нужно
syrup,
закупиться.
fire flower, which does some damage, and then fright masks, which scare away enemies.
Так, маска напугает врагов, грибочки там ХП и цветочки на урон.
It's really not safe
Get
at all.
mugged immediately.
Yeah, case in point coming up right here. We're just walking, and then all of a sudden,
Get robbed.
bye-bye to half of our coins. Good thing we spent
Yeah.
most of them.
И у нас воруют все монетки, вернее, половину всех монеток, но мы большую часть из них потратили, так что нам все равно.
Yeah, it kind of took me like way too many years of having played this game to realize that you could get your coins back.
I think it's a really effective way of demonstrating the point in a way that like impacts the player too. I don't know. There's a lot of like little diegetic things this game does that I thought were really neat. So the basic events going on here. This is Professor Frankly. He's going to become your favorite character. He is kind of an older research Goomba who has studied the Thousand Year
У нас
Door.
профессор, ученый Гумба.
Details, so he's going to show us to where it is, demonstrate how to get there, and just kind of lore dump a whole bunch of stuff. He's a pretty funny character. It's kind of sad you don't get to
Он
see his
нам
text in
пояснит,
English.
куда нам идти.
Yeah.
So coming up here, we have the hardest trick in the run.
Yeah, all right, so hold. All right, we need to see if we can get through this.
Yeah.
The hardest tutorial to avoid. If
Quiet time.
yeah, quiet
Сейчас
time.
будет
All right.
туториал,
All
мы
right.
постараемся его
Alright.
избежать.
I did it.
Let's
Oh my
go,
gosh, I
let's
did
go.
it. Let's go. Oh. So yeah, if you
Отлично.
press A or B during that, you will hit the tutorial. It is very
It's several
very
minutes
mean.
long.
So this fight
Так
against
сказать,
this
главное в
guy,
диалоге
you
выбрать
can
нужный
tutorial for the
пункт,
different
иначе
attacks you
был
can
бы
use.
долгий
Or you can
туториал.
jump and use a hammer. You can't jump on spike enemies. You can't hit aerial enemies with hammer. So you kind of have to figure out which one to use in most normal situations. But we bought a fire flower, so these guys are just toast.
Nah, we're not.
Literally.
They're not even worth the use of firepower. We're just gonna scare them away.
Right.
Мы просто используем предмет, который закупили, который пугает противников, и бой
I've never
заканчивается.
seen the Goombas not run away.
Yeah, it's definitely 100.
Yeah, and now we're coming up to the hardest room in prologue.
Раннер говорит, что никогда не видел, чтобы, так сказать, был какой-то другой исход, то есть они всегда убегают в страхе. Может, и могут, конечно, не испугаться, но такого никогда не случалось, и сейчас не случилось. Тут немножко рандомно движутся противники. Если мы на них напоримся, то у нас будет файт.
Yeah, we don't. That's a backup item later, but we got through that room once, so now we're gonna do it again. But real quickly, you know, since Fu was talking earlier, Fu, why don't you read a donation or two, get things started?
Yeah, absolutely.
Так,
Also,
взяли
remind you
секретку.
that we can bring Flavio along with us. We are already 83% of the way there, so we're really getting close. And people want to see this happen because we have like $25 from C who says, Flavio, my beloved. We've also got...
Can you repeat that, Tech?
We've also got $50 from Graylin who says, I suppose if he has to, Flavio can come along. And a $50 donation from Dark Blob 2.
Быстренько прокликиваем с идеологией.
That is all. People want to see
Я прям слышу, как щелкает контроллер у раннера.
Oh no, I fell for the trap.
You got cursed. Oh,
Yoshi.
I got cursed. Ah.
Well, you better not do that again.
Yeah.
И это обучение
Alright, I promise if I
курсы.
do it again, I'll only do it one more time.
I gotta say, as much as I love Flavio, the fourth cursed chess in this game is my favorite character.
That's true.
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
So
Обязательный сундук
intended
к открытию.
to go to the 1,000-year door and kind of triggered initially. That's why Frank was following you because he wants to see that with you. But we're not going to do that. We're just going to, you know, go somewhere else entirely.
Yeah, essentially what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to do two for
Избегаем файта, но не получается, не получается.
To essentially,
Попробуем убежать.
let's see if I can technically
И
explain
тут
this.
такое КТЕ включается, в котором мы пытаемся бежать быстрее. Забавно сделан классический JRPG побег из файта. Просто мешаем кнопочку и... Да, теперь этот проклятый сундук научил нас летать самолетиком, складываться. Все-таки Марио бумажный. А из бумаги, как водится, можно
It's not that hard.
сделать самолетик. И сейчас мы готовимся к очень непростому скипу. Он довольно фрейм-перфектный. Тут пару кадров всего. Вот, как видите, мы прыгнули в определенное место, утонули, и нас выкинуло вперед, а не назад. Что довольно неплохо. Так вот мы и прошли этот уровень.
Well, we skipped the sequence of going to the 1,000-year door, which is when Frankly leaves you, because he basically says, oh, you know, you gotta go find the crystal stars, stuff like that. But he's still here. So I know we all like Flavio, but can we get some round of applause for Frankly?
I think the game feed's coming in yellow on my end.
So something worth noting, since we encountered that Goomba earlier, we really want to avoid
Так, это...
encounters early in the game. Not just because it loses time to get into encounter and run away, but every time you run away from a fight, you lose 5 coins, and the coin route's actually fairly tight at the beginning of the game, because we have to buy some...
Все медленнее. Я просто пытаюсь переводить, пока думаю, что там говорят. Там, да, ну, я постараюсь убыстриться.
A trick that I am not going to do here is called bridge skip. It's actually very similar to blooper skip, which is what I did.
Так, тут есть еще скип моста, но раннер говорит, не будет его делать. Слишком фрейм-перфектный скип. То есть можно пройти без этого моста, но тут, так сказать, мало очень шансов дается, но не очень много сейвит. То есть, скорее всего, он просто помрет, пытаясь его сделать.
It's a really cool one-frame jump where you use hazard respawn to get to 0.0, which will land you on the water, and then you can jump from the water across where the bridge is.
Yeah, but it is a frame-perfect jump off the water.
Yeah.
Is Frankly gonna
you
fall?
Also, an interesting note.
Yes, he fell in the water. He fell in the water.
One thing I want to note about like the jump over the water, that jump was patched on the PAL version, so if you're...
Кстати, в европейской версии предыдущий прыжок был запачен вообще, в принципе.
Depending on how you look at it.
Yeah. I guess something we could mention that I'm doing is you may notice that I'm jumping a lot. I'm doing something called speed swaps. For whatever reason, Mario travels faster going up and down. So if you travel up for at least 1 frame and then jump to the left or right and then continue frame perfect jumps, then you will carry that speed and it saves time over the run. You could think of it.
Тут есть определенная распрыжка. То есть можно ловить скорость при прыжке, если... Сейчас мы видим, что Марио прыгает, пытается двигаться вперед, и если мы делаем это нужный кадр, то мы делаем, типа, движемся быстрее.
Individual chapter is sort of like its own little vignette, its own little story within. The story for the first chapter here is.
То есть, да, это реально распрыжка. Главное, так сказать, не распрыгнуться в противника. Так, предмет возьмем. Предмет нужен. Так, сейчас апаем силу. Бум. Используем предмет, который ваншотает врагов.
Have the game tell you, like, you know, you should use items if you're in a situation that's too tough for you to deal with.
Yeah, these are technically skippable, but it's tasks only. Like, it's only used in the task stuff.
Ну, тот же прошлый файт, он практически тоже обучением был. Технически он, конечно, его можно было скипнуть, но это прям та строта. Человеку очень сложно такое выполнить.
They only do 2 damage, which that's gonna fall off. So, like, the increased damage of Fire Flower is gonna matter in this next area where enemies have 3 health instead of 2. So, it's the only time we see the power.
Нет файтинга по Марио, но есть же Супер Smash Bros. Можно сказать, файтинг по Марио.
And they have some pretty interesting niche purposes throughout. Like, they're in any scenario where there's bombs, Fire Flowers just insta-give them.
So now we got a quiz show where he's going to ask us a bunch of questions.
Так, и мы добежали до файта, который будет задавать нас вопросы. То есть это шоу Викторита. Но мы ранее как бы немножко знаем японский, сейчас будет отвечать.
Not exactly study Japanese, but memorize certain characters to like figure out what they are. So there we go, guys.
Очень быстро, очень быстро он.
He's just kind of there.
Yeah. The quiz answers are all the same here. There is some point where a little bit of reading understanding will matter, but we'll get to that when we get to chapter.
Справляется с этим боссом.
So now we're going to finish up Shuang Fortress here. There's 2 keys lying underneath here. Each one is guarded by an annoying fuzzy. They're nobody's favorite enemy in these games.
Yeah, and for whatever reason in the Japanese version, they're like faster. I don't know exactly why, but they really like to...
So the difference here is that on Japanese, I think they notice you. Like, they don't have as far of a range they can move from, so they end up moving more erratically.
That makes sense.
Or aggroing you.
Опять же,
But bye-bye, fuzzies.
Используем цветочек. Он шотает всех сразу. Все, так сказать, просчитано. Предметов мы набрали как надо. Нам эти файты не страшны. Мы стараемся не вылетать больше в энкаунтер, потому что каждый такой будет стоить нам секунд 10. Ой, как жестко задушил. Смотри, что творит.
Listen, I understand it's like 3 in the morning, but like, don't gotta take it out on me. Oh, you have an HP drain.
Так, обязательный файт. Снова прожмем цветочек.
Hope he doesn't use that HP drain on you.
It is worth noting that
И
enemies
все
show
готовы.
up with items on here. They can also drop items. That is not going to be relevant to the run.
Yes, I will.
Since we're just kind of
I can lie to the viewers.
Fair enough.
since we're just kind of bopping back and forth down here.
Пошла
you want a
распрыжка.
donation or two?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet. Okay, first of all, we're over 91% of the way to Flavio already. Out of
my
the
God.
7,500, we're already like $605 away. So we are almost there, which is amazing.
Man.
We have more people coming in with the Flavio love, but we also have a $5 donation from Molo Style 23, who says hello from Yoshi's girlfriend Molo from 8 a.m. UK time. I'm super proud of you.
На этого
So
врага
excited
мы
reading your
предметы
name
не
on the
тратим.
next. I know how passionate you are about
Тут
speedrunning,
заскриптованный
how much it
немного
means
файт.
to you to be here. I just kept staring at the screen like, whoa, that's my boyfriend. He's so professional. Manifesting you setting world record. Less than 3. Again, super proud of you and love you lots. Can't wait to see you later this year. That is so cute.
I love you, Molo. Man, got me choked up. I missed the super guard.
Oh no, sorry.
That would
No.
have been a.
Так, и
Yeah,
теперь
shouts
пора
to
цветочек
England.
жать.
Shouts to England.
That was adorable.
Yeah.
Ну чё, врагов, конечно, много, но мы
So if
готовы
he'd have gotten the super guard, he would have done the additional 1 point of
с ними
damage.
сражаться.
There we go.
Gets it the second time
Like
and I
that.
think ends the fight quickly. So super guard works by
И
pressing
это
B,
победа.
I believe 3 frames before the attack connects.
Тут есть
And,
механика
it nullifies all
блока, так
damage
сказать,
and
супергард.
does 1 damage of counterattacks if the enemy attack
Так сказать, мы контратакуем противника, и этим мы его побеждаем.
attacks where they hit you
Там
physically can't.
есть маленькое окно для того, чтобы нажать кнопку.
And as you can see with the numbers being very small in this game, individual points of damage do matter in the route.
Yeah, especially
One of the few
early on.
RPGs you can say that.
Yeah, at this point we're backtracking, so you can fit in a few more donations.
Perfect. Okay, we have $25 from Pets in Winter. I love that name. Who says, Paper Flavio, the 1,000-Year Door, starring Professor Frankly. It's a great name. Also, $50 from Inquiry, who says, Flavio % speedrun. Get your $5 donations in now. And we have a $5 donation from Jeebus33, who says, we need
И
Flavio.
возвращаемся в припрыжку.
No, y'all really like Flavio. I'm sensing a theme that y'all really like Flavio.
It's funny because a lot of
Indeed.
people hate Flavio.
Yeah, listen, I like Frankly because he saves time. But I guess if you guys want 7 more minutes, 1,000-Year Door, I can give it to you. But only if we hit the incentive.
We are so
This is
close to
Coops.
7,000 out of 7,500, just so you know.
Yeah, so this is Coop.
Встречаем Йоши.
He's kind of a timid little guy, but him being a Koopa, he has a point of defense, which he exchanges for if any time somebody jumps on him, he goes on his back. He has really useful attacks. He's the first partner with.
Это наш новый партнер теперь.
He also has the
Можем
overall action where you can shoot him like a projectile,
запускать его в
things,
противников.
cross gaps. You can also hold like suspend.
И не только, и на уровне, так сказать, чистить.
And hit things behind Mario in order to hit them on a delay. It's a very basic ability, but it's very useful, and he can be used for some unintended things, which we'll get to a little bit later.
Yeah, Koops is one of the most useful partners in this game.
Yeah, he's very useful. The only downside is if he gets hit in a certain way, he'll flip on his back like a Koopa. You know, go figure, he is a Koopa. We want to avoid that. This is Koopiku, which is Koops' girlfriend, and she's like,
Это его
"Don't
девушка
go
Купику.
to Tails Castle where you might be killed." You know, my partner just donated, and I don't think she'd be pretty happy if I said, "Hey, I'm gonna go like fight this dragon," if that's okay. I think she'd be pretty upset as well. So, you know, hey, look out for your.
Вот она расстроена тем, что мы идем гасить дракона в замке.
Even though Koops is doing something reckless.
Так
He's got
сказать,
money,
лучше
though.
бы по дому убрались.
Standing there judging you the whole time.
Yeah.
Так,
We were in the pit,
избегаем
and Frankly
Гумбу.
didn't- Frankly didn't do anything. Ooh, nice slow walk.
Ну, кстати, собирают тем временем на челлендж.
Which is like, I guess, the
Притащить
second part.
Флавио.
Most of the chapters are kind of in 2 parts.
Yeah, it's considered the
В общем-то, почти собрали. Так что там еще дополнительная, так сказать, инцентив будет.
It is actually possible to hit both of them without coops, but you need crazy speed swaps.
It's like basically TAS only.
Yeah,
Да, в принципе, мы можем без напарника сюда забраться, но
I don't see any reason why RTA would
там очень жесткий скид какой-то, поэтому мы вот получаем напарника, идем в замок.
So frankly, following us now, that was a thing that happened when hazard respawn glitch, which was the glitch that let us get into chapter 1 early, was found. But before that, when the game first truly started being sequence broke,
И нам пора ломать секвенс-брейки в этой игре.
And we would bring an acquaintance named Flavio along with us. And similar to Frankly, he just follows us around everywhere. He's kind of like, he's just an amusing character on the whole. He's very smug, but he has like his own little character arc in the chapter. He just has a very funny design. He looks like a lemon with a British sailor's hat.
Отлично проходим, ничего нам не мешает по пути.
Following us around everywhere was the funniest thing when it first came out, and ever since then he's been kind of a meme in the community. Sadly, he's not been in the routes other than like old any percent and a couple times in all Crystal Stars.
Yeah.
But you can pay to bring him along.
Are we doing red bones early?
I wish. So right here, we get swarmed by a bunch of dull bones. We just gotta hammer them, and then we can fight.
Так, тут большая толпа, мы их раскидываем.
Items are very useful if you couldn't tell. We're just gonna use some fire.
И мы используем предметы. Огнецветок очень хорошо разваливает толпу. У этого врага 5 хп, которые мы у него отбираем. Это, кстати, первый левелап.
So in the old like any percent runs, we used to always just buff Mario, and you know we would always focus most of the attack on Mario. But not in this any percent. We are focusing the attack power on our partner. So we actually.
Так, вот в текущем рауте раньше, короче, качали, бафали жестко Марио, но в текущем рауте качают его напарников. Так. Тут определенный пазл, чтобы получить этот ключ, но мы использовали Йоши, чтобы он схватил ключ. И мы скипнули всю эту пазл-секцию.
Pretty much just ones that are going to be right in our way, so we're not going to grab any more for quite a while.
Yeah, we usually try to route it.
It is worth noting the way EXP works in this game. So every time you beat an enemy, they drop a certain number of star points. The number goes down every time you increase your level. 100 levels you up. You can level up HP.
И да, в принципе, мы только один левелап схватили, потому что мы избегали по максимуму все бои в игре. Так, мы попадаем в ловушку. Тут у нас движется стена. Тут лабиринт из шипов, который мы минуем. Идем обратно. Но, как по классике, все таймеры в играх, которые, так сказать, игровой, они для спидранера просто шутка. Сделайте что-то быстро за определенное время, да, все будет сделано еще быстрее, чем разработчики ожидают. И они достигли инцентива, так что надо взять еще одного напарника, которого нет в рауте, но мы его возьмем, задонатили на Флавио. И мы взяли новую способность, новый сундук с проклятием, который научил нас разворачиваться и проходить сквозь решетки.
So he goes into that menu and does a whole bunch of little things, checking the emails so that the game stops giving him a "you got an email text box" prompt, and then menuing.
Такой элемент
while
метроидвании
clicking his
в этой
unspin
игре
animation, because that saves,
присутствует,
like,
несмотря на то,
that
что
is
это
the most
все-таки
optimal time to do it, because when he closes the menu bar,
JRPG,
will be in his regular state.
вот
and
это
he can move.
платформинг
It saves,
и
like, a few frames, but
метроидвания,
is an optimization that is very easy to
присутствует
do, so
такой
he
вот
does it.
смешанный жанр игры.
And we're equipping a few badges there, which are attack effects are power bounce and multi bounce. Power bounce lets you jump on an enemy until you miss an action.
Так, хватаем ключ при помощи Йоши. Он там, кстати, застрял за решеткой, но догнал нас. Слишком быстро идем. Даже наши напарники не поспевают, но игра их подтягивает, так сказать.
Hates things that start with CR and rhyme with Ikit, so
What do you think that means?
Yeah, so actually in the original version of Paper Mario 2, as it was, its beta name was, it was supposed to be a frog. I'm not entirely sure why they changed it to a cricket.
This is news to
I almost
me.
said a dirty word. I'm not sure.
Нарисовали мост.
A cricket. It sounds it was the same sound effect, but yeah.
Quick note, you can actually jump to that window and save like 8 seconds, but I'm bad at it, so I didn't do it. I don't think...
Да, говорит, ну можно было в окно, конечно, прыгнуть, сохранить 8 секунд, но я что-то слабоват для этого. Чего ж ты раннер-то?
Oh, he did? Wow, frankly.
Ну, конечно, не хотелось бы время терять на ране. Так, им предмет схватили еще по пути.
We didn't get frankly caught on the chest. You can sometimes get frankly caught on the chest there. It's really funny.
All right, the important question though is, are you going to get swag jump?
Am I going to get swag jump?
Very important.
Miss Mouse, you know, they're just kind of giving Mario a little kiss.
All right, so you noticed as we were going in that door, there was dull bones in front of it. When we come out,
встречаем мышь.
Yo, I got swag jump.
Got the swag jump.
So this is a forced encounter that we unfortunately cannot avoid.
You can avoid it with 14 frame perfect pauses.
That is true.
Сложно было избежать этот файт, но ничего, мы зашли в него, нажали побег.
Mario
in
RPG,
that run
let's
as
go.
well. That actually does affect the route, or it does actually save a little bit of time.
Yeah, it's just for swag.
Yep, everything's been coming up Mario RPG lately. Superstar Saga and TTYD getting into this event, which is really awesome to see.
And the remake.
Так, время для самолетика.
And yeah, you know, Super Mario RPG just got a remake. Paper Mario TTYD got announced to have a remake coming out this year. So it's been
Getting
kind
the
of a great
love
time
they
to really
deserve.
celebrate.
Хватаем ключи
100%.
Yeah, we're about to come up
и
to the first
распрыгиваемся
boss, so you
наверх.
can probably fit in a few donations before the boss.
Oh, sure. You know what I'll do? I have this lovely novel from this lovely individual. It's $10 from Swiftaloo.
Oh.
And Swift says, "Hi, Yoshi. It's not Flash this time. I'm so incredibly proud of you for being able to show on this big stage finally. We've known each other for almost 5 years at this point.
Двигаемся
I'm
в
very grateful
припрыжку,
to be
так
able to call you my
быстрее.
friend. From watching you run Super Paper Mario on your channel
Если с
before I even
определенным
started speedrunning,
таймингом, так
to now
сказать,
seeing me
прыгать,
run TTYD at AGDQ. It's been an incredible journey to watch.
то
Your
довольно
encouragement of
сильно
my speedrunning
ускоримся.
journey has always been appreciated, and
Это
your
не
own
так
speedrunning has
заметно,
even
но,
inspired me. While we may not run the same games, I had a lot of fun
так
learning
сказать, на
both game stuff from
двухчасовой
you
ран
at
это
AGDQ
оказывает
2020.
большое влияние.
Hopefully in the future I can learn more little tricks like that from you. Maybe palace skip next time? Well, I would have
Можно
loved to be
сказать,
there.
десятки
Instead, I will
минут
be cheering you on from home.
сохраняет нам.
I hope to see you again soon with lots of love from Swiftaloo, less than 3. Also, I was going to incorporate some joke about water and staying hydrated, but I forgot what exactly I said when I donated for your last run. So hopefully you remember, since I was a bit too lazy to figure it out.
И вот он, дракон этого замка.
We love Swift.
Swift is great.
Босс
All right,
дракона.
welcome to the hardest boss in the run, by the way.
Это, кстати, один из самых сложных боссов в ране.
But we have that thing that starts with Kerr and sounds like Ikit.
Мы еще, так сказать, немножко недокачаны.
Okay, so this is our introduction to the badge Power Bounce.
Йоши нас бафает.
what that does is you use 3 FPS
Избегаем
to keep
урона.
focusing on the anime until you drop the action command or until the game forces you to stop.
Мы, короче,
However,
будем на нем
the action
прыгать,
command
пока
onward is frame perfect. So
игра не
We actually
скажет,
get it,
что
so,
пора перестать.
This should actually be a good fight, but yeah, it's the hardest boss because it's the one that requires the most power bounces.
And like the hitbox on her
И
is
тут
very strange.
очень,
It's kind of just, like, inside her head.
очень
It's not
влияет
really, like,
тайминг
clear
этих
from
прыжков.
view of where you're supposed to input.
То есть надо все эти прыжки делать в определенный тайминг. Кстати, у нас сожрали половину хп.
2 frame perfect inputs, and you have a chance to get capped at 9.
It's a 1 in 3 chance.
1 in 3 chance.
И надо делать фрейм-перфектные инпуты.
Okay.
2 in 3 to get capped.
Жесть, пожрал грибы.
And my skill if I can actually hit the action command.
So Hooktail is very nasty and tries to like bargain
Аккуратно,
with you.
аккуратно, тайминг.
You actually want to
Тайминг
say yes
соблюдаем.
to
Очень
the
хорошо.
damage.
Очень много прыжков.
That's okay. That was actually a
Неплохо.
really good fight. So all things considered, great fight.
That was very good. Optimally to
Все, надеемся, он нас не ваншотнет.
to do 9 inputs twice.
И это победа.
Hooktail is just
Actually,
very
9
underhanded. but
О,
it's kind of a
хорош,
in
хорош.
general, even if it is
Мега
kind of
хорош.
trivialized with the badge. So that's chapter 1 down. That's the only chapter that's going to be done
In full.
Пойду налью себе чаю.
relatively normally.
Yeah, from here it's just about to be crazy. Also, Coop's father disappeared a while ago. Well, he was inside Hooktail's belly for however long, and he survived.
The implications of that are way more horrifying than this game really seems to
I
reflect.
agree. I've always
Turns
had
out-
so many questions about this, and I don't know what to do or what to think. I'm like, what was he doing in there?
But with that,
He did anything he...
we have beaten chapter 1.
There we go.
So Coops has now saved his father. We have gotten our first Crystal Star, and then Coops decides he wants to join us on our way because he wants to thank Mario. So that's kind of like the way the game says, here's how you keep your partners even though their scenarios are done. Speaking of scenarios, we get a pretty lengthy intermission here.
Yeah, this is going to be a
With
great time
not a
for
lot
donations.
going on.
Yeah, you will see really great cutscenes with Frankly, though. So, you know, while you're reading donations, you know, make sure you pay attention to this amazing cutscene where
This
Frankly
man-
just can't decide a side. Like, look,
Yeah, Frankly is playing all sides here. Like,
he's with the X-Knots.
What? Why does the game do that? Why does it load him in there?
Because it's
So it tracks him as a follower, and
Yeah.
regardless of whoever is, like, whatever character is designated as the player in that particular section, even in cutscenes, he is set to follow them no matter what.
yeah.
Interesting. Gotcha. Okay. Well, so something I do want to mention is that we do have another incentive open. It's not for this game, but it is for another awesome game. It's Goof Troop.
Вон,
And
принцессу
that is
Пич
to
опять
upgrade to the
похитили.
hardest difficulty.
Кто
That
мог
is
подумать?
a $7,000 incentive. and
Кто
we're already
же
close to
мог
the first 1,000,
подумать?
So it's like 12%. So I want to put
Ну
that
что,
on the
надо
radar, everyone.
спасать,
I think that'll be really
получается.
cool to kind of see what the hardest difficulty brings to the table. But we do have plenty of Paper Mario love coming in.
Вот уж
these
действительно.
donations.
Go for it.
Like $25 from Kay, who says, for my sister Haley, who cried for joy from the TTYD remake. Good luck on the run, Yoshi. And
Thank you.
you know, I said this earlier, but I cried too. I cried too.
You did.
I think many of us did, actually.
I was watching Spike Vegeta broadcast, like doing a co-stream of the direct, and then like as soon as the first opening arpeggio started playing,
Вот
on
такое вот
piano,
развитие сюжета.
Hi, Frankly.
I hit the text limit on my first response. Like, no way.
Yes, I heard that in like.
И мы
two
теперь
runs.
играем за
And,
принцессу
like,
Пич.
It was like this almost gasp-like reaction because I was like, "There's no way. There's no way."
Просматриваем
Really quickly, I wanna
пару
explain. So, two
скриптов.
things. People think you need to take a shower in order to advance the sequence. You actually don't. You just need to enter the room and then leave. And funny thing, Frankly actually speeds up that cutscene. You gain control of Peach much quicker when you have Frankly with you. I don't know why that works, but
Вот.
it does.
Почему-то, если у нас именно этот
The
напарник,
Peach
то
can sort of do
cutscene
flip
идут
swapping,
быстрее.
which is why you'll see her portrait kind of shuffle back and forth. It does save like minuscule amounts of time, and it's the only way to really optimize this section. But yeah, this is Tech, the PC of the X-Nauts. Supposed to be a super powerful computer. Strangely develops a crush on Peach. It's a weird scenario, but it's kind of cute and charming. But yeah, so Peach is gonna send an email to Mario and let him know some information. She's like taken captive by the X-Nauts, etc., etc. So you got time for donation.
Yeah, you guys have to
Yeah, no
donations.
problem.
И сейчас
Very
ничего не
2001. That's
происходит.
what tech is
Можно
like. Anyway, we do have
не зря я
a
себе
$50
чаю заварил, можно
donation from
расслабиться.
Cricket, who says, donating to bringing Miss Mouse along with Frankly and Flavio.
If only it were that easy.
I know. That takes a whole other side quest, but I do like Miss Mouse as a partner. We also have, this is a really sweet, a $10 donation from Walt Tremblay, who says, I'm writing this Paper Mario speedrun.
Дальше у нас, кстати, Run Sif Gold будет. Балдеж.
Make me cry. You guys got too many wholesome donations.
Send in more wholesome donations. Let's get it.
Make me cry.
Но до этого еще 2 часа.
Like send in some evil donations.
Oh, we need evil. You know what I was gonna ask for earlier, actually?
Тем временем
It's like
показывают
we were talking
замок
about Koopa
Баузера.
Koopa, I always remember when she flies by and she's like, "Stubborn Koopa," and I'm like, I want to know what phrases you all.
Главного
say
злодея
from
из
this
серии
game, like your
Марио.
favorite quotes from this game, because I feel like it's one of those good games. It's got the good writing. There's got to be something in there.
That's a tough one.
Frankly, still can't pick a side, by the way. Now he's with Bowser. Oh yeah, you could do speed swaps with Bowser too.
I think probably the best one is Guess Again, Nerd.
Yes, again.
Yes.
Yeah,
Я мы бежим.
I like it's Hag versus Hag.
That's a good one.
Oh my gosh, Bowser lines though.
This was around the era when they decided that Bowser was just going to be a big old goofball. So Bowser's role in this story is he's hearing Mario went on another adventure and he wants to follow him. Because we won't be seeing most of the Bowser scenes, basically most of the gist of it is he's following
Баузер
Mario,
нас
like,
хочет
always
преследовать
a chapter
Марио.
behind, and then he just has a
Узнал, что
later
Марио уже
with the
набедокурил,
character
надо
from the
разбираться.
previous chapter.
He's
Also,
just
Bowser does not respect the contractors and architects of his own building.
Yeah, I mean, they can fix
Boom.
it. Like,
Great, someone's gonna have to fix that.
it's all paper anyway. Just tape it back together.
That's true.
Yep.
Ломает дырку в своем собственном
Duct tape
замке.
in a dream.
Ничего страшного, все равно
You
из
could probably
бумаги
say
можно
more donations, by the
приклеить
way.
yeah, no
заклеить
problem.
Coding is held together by
изолентой
I love that.
синей.
Okay, so we have $50 from Kevin, who says,
Есть ли
"I've been watching
изолента
GDQs for
в
over
бумажном
a
мире?
decade now. A true delight every 6 months. Super excited for the 1000-year door
Вопрос
and
на
the
засыпку.
Pokemon Crystal randomizer. Shout out to the GDQ graveyard shifters keeping the lights on late at night.
Yeah, graveyard
Much
shift.
agreed.
Yeah.
This is like the most important badge in the entire game. This is Mega Rush P, which is kind of, compared to past routes that you might have seen at previous GDQs, a new route change where the focus of the combat is no longer on Mario getting buffed up, it's actually on his partner. Mega Rush P is just very accessible, and the way it works is when you are down to 1 HP, your partner will do 4 more damage on their attacks.
5 more.
Sorry, when the partner is down to 4 or 1 HP, they will do 4 additional damage, which is very exploitable, as we will see.
Так, аккуратно, аккуратно.
If you saw the interview
Обходим
with the little
Гумбу.
teaser, the Yoshi kid is going to play a very important role. Like, almost.
Несмотря на то, что мы там подождали секунды 3, чтобы его обойти, мы засейвили еще секунд 7. Так что
But yeah, so right
Все
now what we're
окей.
gonna do is what we have to do after every chapter. What you're supposed to do is go back to the 1000-year door, show the crystal star there, and then the door.
Wait, what do you mean? There's no 1000-year door. We haven't gone to such a thing as a 1000-year door.
Fair.
Oh, there is a 1000-year door?
Wait, there might be. Maybe we should go back and check that room we didn't go into.
Oh yeah, you're so right. Let me see if I can make the cycle. Oh, I made it.
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
That's a
The
very
platforming
tight cycle.
cycles Yoshi just did on those last 2 screens are way tighter than he made it look. That was honestly really great.
очень аккуратно
I
тут
think this would
пробежал.
probably be a good time to talk about the sequence and how this game basically tracks your progress throughout it. So
Yeah, definitely.
the game, it's basically intended to be a linear progression for the most part. through all the chapters. So
У игры должна была быть линейная прогрессия.
Singular value that we call the sequence, which is basically it goes from like 0 to 480 or something. Really
И
high, and it's just
вот эта прогрессия, она отслеживается
linear story event increases it by
одним
1.
значением
And
в
then
игре.
based on what that value is, it'll assume that everything before it has been complete.
То есть в определенной
It's
последовательности.
worth noting
То есть
that
значение там
includes
типа от
any
0
sort
до
of,
400.
changes to the overworld. Like we mentioned the skip where Yoshi, like bridge skip back in chapter 1. If Yoshi had performed that and then gone and done the Schwank Fortress, when he came back, the bridge would have been there for him. So
И вот если бы мы можем манипулировать над этим целочисленным значением, мы можем ломать прохождение игры.
So that could just be like blowing open some walls with Bobbery and things like that or whatever. But very peculiarly, one thing that is a scene flag and not tied to the sequence is opening the entrance to reach Chapter 2 in the sewers, like where Punio goes and opens it for you. So the reason why we had to beat Chapter 1 at all is because we're going to have to go into Bogley Woods eventually. And the only way to open it is to basically complete Chapter 1 and get to the proper point in the sequence where Punio is there and we'll open it, because that entrance is for some reason a scene flag, even though it's part of the linear story. I don't know why they programmed it like that.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of just weird inconsistencies.
Yeah, there's basically flags and sequences. So like there are certain things that are set by flags, there are certain things that are set by sequences. So like updating.
И мы каким-то образом берем флаг, который продвигает нас сильно дальше по игре. То есть мы скипнули до следующей главы.
follower flag makes him walk from the building. He doesn't just like instantly appear. He like warps out of his own house.
Basically.
This entrance too is also a little frustrating in one way, in that there actually is a way to clip into there, but there's not a way to clip back out.
Yeah.
И мы снова возвращаемся назад.
Yeah, we have to open it. If we could clip in and out of this, then we could actually leave Chapter 1 as soon as we get paper mode, because a very important glitch is coming up in just a few minutes after we open Chapter 2.
И сейчас мы готовимся к очень важному гличу.
Guess again, nerd is a pretty good text option, right? It's in Japanese, but guess again, nerd.
Да, нам сейчас нужно правильно ответить на вопросы. А Райан, в принципе, выучил все эти ответы, он знает, что нажимать.
Child of the Punies, these little bug people that are kind of the main gimmick to Chapter 2. Probably a lot of people's least favorite chapter in the game for a variety of reasons. But we really only need him to open it up. We'll come back here later, but we're not even going to start Chapter 2.
We're not even going to start Chapter 2.
So now we're going to start to abuse that sequence. We're going to go and do a trick called Teleporter Room Early.
Yeah, what comes after 1?
7.
Yeah, I told you we're relearning how to count, right? We went 0, then 1, and
7.
If you said 7, you would be correct.
I
that
did it.
Count.
Yes, the correct count.
This is at least. This has always been in the right, but this is at least part of why we are trying to open up the west side of town as early as possible. You can't do that until before Chapter 2. But we're gonna go and buy a contact lens for Zesty.
Мы туда, куда мы идем сейчас, мы не можем попасть раньше второй главы, но... Мы туда все-таки попадем. Нас ничего не остановит.
Effectively, the X-Naut's fortress is in a place that is basically unreachable. It's on the moon, literally. And you're not supposed to be able to access the moon until you get all the way to Chapter 7 and literally shoot to the moon from a cannon. And their way of getting... They have to have a way to get back down to Earth, so they hit it underneath Rogueport, and that's kind of how they're able to mess around with things while being based on the moon. So this is sort of like a backwards shortcut that they have available.
Yeah,
that's just there from like Chapter 2. You just can't get to it.
So I kind of casually mentioned this trick, Teleporter Room Early, but this is arguably the hardest trick in the game. It's very, very difficult. So basically how it works is that on the door into this room, which is normally locked from the outside until you exit.
Так, куда же мы
Very,
движемся?
very small crack in the collision on the left side of the door. And it is small enough that when Mario is in paper mode, his hitbox can go through it, but it can only go through it if he's moving at his normal walking speed. So we're gonna have to perform.
Так, сетапимся. Тут, смотрите, дверь. У нее очень смешная коллизия. Мы превращаемся в бумажную Марио, и мы можем протиснуться в эту дверь. Но нам нужно очень точный угол выбрать для стика. Для этого мы становимся в нужный угол. Такой вот хитрый сетап. Пытаемся протиснуться в дверь. Если под определенным углом мы будем двигаться, то мы обязательно туда пролезем. Ну, тут буквально пару фреймов, чтобы туда, чтобы получилось. Нужно сделать в нужный угол, нужный кадр. Дернуть стик в нужном направлении. При этом еще в форме, так сказать, бумаги это производить. Это забавно, это как будто игра, так сказать, как будто это механика, которая должна быть в игре. Протискиваться в двери при помощи формы бумаги. Да, потный скип. Надеемся, ребят, кулачки подняли за бегуна. Надеемся, он сможет. Давай. Я думаю, рано или поздно он прокнет. Несмотря на то, что тут буквально пару кадров. Давай.
Chad is going out of bounds with you, don't worry.
Море волнуется раз. Море волнуется. Так. Пробуем заново сетап сделать. Что он там крутит? Он становится плоским. Благодаря тому, что Марио становится плоским, он может проходить мимо всяких решеток и прочих запланированных игрой штук для такого дела. Но мы проходим в незапланированную штуку, а именно в маленькую щель коллизии этой двери. Она существует, но она очень хитрая. Вот, разработчики вот сделали дверь и оставили в ней маленькую щель. Если под определенным углом, в определенный кадр туда продвинуться, мы можем пройти сквозь дверь. Блин, ну там целый диван сзади раннеров Paper Mario. Чё они не помогут-то? Подбегите, ребят, пройдите за него, там, я не знаю.
perfect trick on a 1-frame window.
Yeah, we love that.
All 1 or 2 frames.
Frame perfect, frame perfect.
I think depending on Mario's Z coordinate oscillation, like while he's walking up against the door.
Yeah.
Давай, Марио, ты сможешь.
You got this.
Может, он самый лучший в этом ступе? Возможно, возможно. Ничего, еще раз. Сетапимся сначала. Становимся плоским, подходим к двери.
What are you doing, frankly?
Гумба просто прыгает беспорядочно.
It's like he's cheering you on.
Пытается нас подбодрить.
There's another point we're gonna have to do this, but it's actually a lot easier.
Нормально, нормально, не казуал еще. Ой, это сложно, сложный скип. Просто невероятное мастерство требует. Так сказать, единственный человек на свете, который может его сделать, сидит в этом зале. Да, 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 это все ваша поддержка, гайс. Он смог, он смог. Там пот просто с экрана сейчас. Мега хорош. Мега хорош.
Alright, so we're going to go a couple rooms over here, and we're going to read a red note stuck to a table. This red note is a very, very fortunate little thing to have in the game, because it tells us the password to enter the room to get the second elevator key. And for some reason, sets our sequence to some point in Chapter 7.
Хватаем пароль для двери.
Read this note before entering the password. It still sets the sequence. So now, as far as the game is concerned, we have beat everything up to this point in Chapter 7.
Yep, and we could theoretically beat this chapter now if we wanted to, but we're only going to beat half of it. So I know I said like 7 is next, but
yeah. Well, how you count to 7 is you go 1, 7, 2.
Yeah.
And then you eventually get back to 7. Like.
Нет, наших нету на АГДК в этот раз.
Don't you also have to throw a little like 3 and a little 6 in there?
Никто не поехал.
Yeah, you're right. I know how to count. Oh, ooh, I didn't hear him.
О, подловили.
It's so hard to hear this guy.
Super hard.
Ну, нормально. Заблочили атаку, избегаем из файта. Следующая игра у нас будет Thief Gold, вор, так сказать. Очень, кстати, зрелищный ран будет. Буквально часа через полтора.
But now we're in Chapter 7, so we're fighting if we see the X-Naut PhDs and the Elite X-Nauts. So coming up here, we're going to have another quiz.
Yeah, the 66th annual Super Fun Court Quiz.
Yeah, exactly. And similar to the first quiz, the answers are always the same. And there's even a code.
Честно говоря, я не смог пройти первого вора, потому что когда я понял, что в игре просто лютая распрыжка, я не смог играть в нее как человек. Мне просто хотелось постоянно распрыгиваться. Это отбило желание проходить игру дальше. И мы ввели пароль, который был на бумажке. И теперь очередной сегмент с вопросиками. Викторина. Но спидранер японец с дипломом, так что он сможет, он знает, что нажимать. Еще и быстро это делает.
How many can I fit in right now? Here we go. $50 from Sandrina, who says staying up all night for Paper Mario. Hi Yoshi, hi Sway. Also, babies. Less than 3. I'm assuming that's the Mario and Luigi version.
Yes.
That's one of my favorite
My partners in time, love and heart.
Отлично, прошли эти квизы.
Awesome. We have $50 from Sarukana, who says sleep. Who needs that? It's Paper Mario time.
Да, получается, Какой
We don't
сегодня
need
день
sleep, right,
недели-то?
guys?
Yeah. Yeah, you know.
Среда, ну, почти, почти четвертый, потому что они начали,
Sleep is for the weak.
типа, воскресенье ночью, вечером.
Yeah, we let
Поздним.
Frankly bind upstairs, but now he's here again. So
Yeah. All right, so I got a question.
Ну да, получается, третий день.
Do you think it's possible for Mario to float? Like,
sure, why not?
realistically? You think it's
I
possible?
mean, he's made of paper. Like,
He was just on the moon, so maybe he can just take some of that moon dust with him.
Yeah, okay. I think it might be.
Что, говорят, нам надо собраться на Луну в конце
I don't
игры.
know why, but I really feel like opening the store while using
yeah,
hoops.
yeah. It seems good to me.
Yeah, there we go. It may have seemed like nothing happened. Okay, so we're gonna harness the moon energy that we just got, and you know, I think if we believe hard enough, we can float. Just fly.
Yeah,
Easy.
Yeah. So we're doing a trick here.
Oh, we are? Oh, okay.
Are we? I'd assume so.
Yeah, let me just go ahead and show it off real quickly, and then we'll
Let's call
explain
the
what
super
just
jump.
happened. Yeah. All right, so.
Пошли пособирать немного ресов. Нам нужна лунная энергия.
Wait, wrong Mario game.
И да, мы улетели.
Here, let me just get that real quickly.
Okay, yeah.
Now we got the Ultra Hammer early.
И мы получили ранее Ультра Хаммер, Ультра
Now you just
Молоток.
do super jump, aka levitate, aka jump storage.
Yeah,
It goes by a few different names, but yeah, this treasure
Вот
chest is
предмет
supposed to
нам
be
очень
the best
пригодится для
build before
прохождения.
Chapter 7, when you would have the Ultra Boots from Chapter 6, but it's always there. You can open it whenever you want.
Можно делать бусты с его
Yeah,
помощью.
to explain kind of what we just did. Essentially, when you open that door and use coops, you essentially interrupt the animation of Mario jumping, and you basically store a jump. And then when you change Mario's Y speed, you just gain height when you press A. And now we're about to do something that I know Fu really liked. So we're gonna do a delayed spin and open the store. But we're not gonna go quite through. And now this game is kind of unloaded. And there's a badge.
И мы сломали немного игру.
There we go.
Она теперь не прогружена.
And I'll just spawn back here. But there does happen to be a door where
Вот
I can go to the
так
travel
вот
center.
идем,
You guys
так
know,
сказать,
you know, all the troubles. Well,
в
there is
абсолютной
actually one thing I
темноте,
want to do
прыгаем в воду, вода нас
that will
откидывает
really
куда
help.
надо.
But now, there is a way to reduce this lag, but I'm just going to show you guys how laggy this is. Look at, hi NPC. Look at how laggy this is. And we can just kind of see Frankly in it. There's two Franklys!
So this is why going into chapter 7 does matter. So he can accept any of the trouble quests from as far as, you know, pre-chapter 7 at this point. One of them is by a Pianta named Frankie, who is like...
Что нам, получается, надо добраться как можно быстрее до 7-й части. Скоро уже, получается... Мы очень много наскипливаем.
He's very careless about his wedding ring, and he dropped it, and he wants us to go find it. And that is going to be very useful for a quest that we will do a little bit.
У нас сейчас квест берем, нам надо колечко найти.
Now we're heading into chapter 2 here, and this is where the sequence is another place where the sequence is really important. So because the sequence value is somewhere in chapter 7, the game thinks we just beat chapter 2. It's all done. We don't have to do anything here. There's no events. We can just walk straight into the great.
И тут ничего не происходит, потому что мы сдвинули игровое положение.
But there will be one unfortunate consequence there, which is we'll have to walk past the Jabby hive that's blocking.
Так сказать, сделали большой секвенс-брейк.
Yeah, that's still there because that is set by a flag, not by the sequence. So we're gonna have to do a little clip to get past that one called Jabby hive skip.
Yeah, real quickly though, because we didn't really beat the chapter, all these punies are just kind of chilling out here.
See, they were all fine.
They were all fine. Yeah.
Ticking.
Quick thing I want to go back to. So, whenever Frankie loses his wedding ring the first time, his girlfriend like talks about how careless he is, and essentially is like, "I need you to prove how much you love me. I need you to say I love you 100 times." And he does actually say I love you 100 times. And just gonna say, shouts to Sway here, who has a channel point reward where if you redeem it, he will say I love you up to 100 times. So hey, you know, maybe go use that in his chat later.
When are you streaming?
Yeah, but now we're going to be doing Jabby Hive skip if anyone wants to explain what we have to do.
Yeah, so thing first, we have to do something called a Goombella buffer here. So this is where we're going to press X to open her tattle text box, and then move a few frames afterwards. That's going to let us actually get past the loading zone. And then we're going to go up here and do some weird kind of, like,
полезли в коллизию.
And if it's done correctly,
Используем еще, так сказать, меню, чтобы немножко отменить возможность. Ну, то есть мы туда клипаемся, и когда мы вызываем меню, мы можем еще раз прыгнуть, покрутиться. Так. И мы скипнули комнату. Получили ботиночки. Новые сапожки.
So it's funny, Toadette said earlier, oh no, this is the last time I'm going to see you. I'm so sad. Well, we just saw her again.
Yeah.
You could tell this was like early 2000s Mario because they hadn't finalized Toadette.
Небольшое обучение, не скипаемое. И да, эти ботинки позволяют нам ломать всякие штуки, когда мы прыгаем.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I got this. We don't have any punies, but I think we got heart. Okay, here we go. Oh, I even tried to hammer them.
Come on.
I even tried to hammer them.
Jabbies don't appreciate your swag enough.
Let's leave.
И тут просто ничего не происходит, потому что мы сломали эту последовательность.
6. Well, I think that makes sense because 2 times 3 is 6.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds right.
Higher number than 6.
Sure,
It
why not?
does technically come after 6.
I mean, yeah, technically.
Yep.
But yeah, so we're just going to be doing some backtracking, and there's not going to be too much to talk about. There is an X-Knot that we do have to avoid, so let's go ahead and see if we can do that real quickly. But then after I get past that section, you can go ahead and read some more donations. Another item that's going to be useful for later. All right, let's just hope
Так, этот айтем нам пригодится попозже.
It's not the best. Okay, there we go, and there we go. All right, Fu, go ahead and read some donations while we go to chapter 6, because that's what comes after 2.
That's right.
Вот.
I got you. We
Чё,
have
пойдем в
$25
шестую,
from Yes
в
Owen, who
шестую
says,
главу,
"Looking forward to some
получается.
Paper Mario. Hopefully it's easy to clip out of bounds when you're paper thin."
I mean, we did teleport room early, so clearly.
There you go. It's true. There's definitely validity to that. All right, we have $50 from Adam N, who says, "It's so late,
И
but
осталось
dang it, I have to see Paper
еще
Mario.
1,5
You've
часа
done
до
it again,
конца
GDQ.
раны.
You've ruined my sleep for charity. Gotta go fast."
Shouts to Adam, he's an IRL friend.
Awesome. We also have $10 from Bonsai Joe, who says, "So
А
excited to be here for my
распрыгиваемся, там все
first
дела.
in-person AGDQ.
Прыгаем вот.
Feels
В
like
нужный
a rite
кадр
of
все это
passage to be up
делается
in the crowd for the
обязательно.
sleepy early morning runs. 1000 Year
Двигаемся
Door
мы так
was
быстрее.
always
Даже
the best.
это
Let's get
ощутимо
Flavio in our
видно,
party.
Well, we
что
will
вот
be getting Flavius.
такую вот
It's happening.
Yeah, if you guys are
четкую
enjoying the cutscenes
припрыжку
with Frankly,
Марио
definitely
движется
enjoy the
реально
cutscenes with
быстро.
Flavio.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
They're
think it quit.
fantastic.
Anything
Это не
I
похоже на
experience quite matches the first
технику
time
из
I
других
stayed up
Марио
watching
игр.
Awful Block in the crowd, my first GDQ.
То есть игра довольно
So,
своеобразная.
I can
И
attest
гличи
to
тут
how
тоже
cool it is to go in person.
It's a good time.
довольно
So you're just
такие.
gonna break this block now. It is a little slow to do it now, but it's much safer because coming back here later, you
Нам
have
пригодится
other enemies that are like
сломать этот блок.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
they're
Мы
just
его
going
заранее
to hit
сломаем.
us, trying to hit the
Там
block.
дальше враги появятся.
Coming up here,
Поэтому
you're
это
gonna make
довольно
use of the super
безопасно.
boots by hitting one of these blue switches.
I'm also gonna
Yo,
do a
going for the
little.
gamer HRG.
Yeah, the HRG. This saves like a little bit of time.
Yeah, I think it's like 1 second.
Woohoo! 1 second
Так.
time save.
Let's go.
Прыгнули в воду, это сейвит где-то 1 секунду, но это очень красиво.
Poshly Heights, which is chapter 6.
Comes
This
up.
is a hard chapter, right? So I think you should probably do a safety save here.
Yeah, you're right.
Вот 6-я часть.
Let me go ahead and read the note real quickly, though. Just
Yeah,
you know,
Говорят,
in
довольно
case something
опасная
happens,
для раны.
you know, I won't have to read that note again.
A penguin.
It's a penguin.
Так что пройдем
Remember that time you hung
аккуратно.
out with him? No? Okay.
Yeah. Why does he call me Luigi though? He thinks I'm Luigi. Do we have
He
any
is maybe
Luigi
colorblind.
fans? Do we have any
Genuinely
Luigi
great
fans in the
character.
audience?
Фанаты Луиджи на месте?
I can't hear the crowd from
Спрашивают
my
тренера.
audio.
Говорят, пингвины бы Луиджи
It's
назвал.
okay, they'll be louder for you.
I hope there were cheers.
All right, we'll go ahead and yeah, we'll take a safety save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't
Good
actually
idea.
saved it all during this run, so it's actually probably a good thing.
Okay, but weren't you supposed to get jump storage first?
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and get jump storage. So you normally need the ultra boots to get to the end of this chapter, but we can't. So I'm gonna actually go get jump storage real quickly and then come back, because it'll be pretty useful.
Мимо того самого отеля Марио.
You actually don't need the train ticket.
Он найдет еще одного, как минимум, спутника в пати, потому что задонатили взять спутника в пати.
No.
That's a really lucky
Какого,
encounter.
Лизарио.
Oh, whatever, that's fine.
А, в принципе, Ёж самый имба в данном
I didn't
случае.
want to go for the super.
Мы его уже даже жестко качаем. Мы не сколько Марио даже качаем, сколько Ёши.
This guy's kind of a okay. Depth perception there is not my friend. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get jump storage. It's really easy, honestly. Doing teleport room early allows us to get this jump storage. And it made a lot of categories easier when we were able to find this jump storage, because it's just such an easy setup.
Может, и не Лизарио, я уже
Do it off
плыву.
various emails and stuff that are like a one chance.
Yeah, which we will see
Или
later on.
There's also a really easy
как
setup
его там
for
зовут?
sequence weaving.
Тоже на буквойл,
Yoshi,
по-моему.
kid, not the runner.
Hi, I'm Yoshi.
Собирали инсентив.
All right, so yeah,
Hi,
we're just gonna go
Yoshi.
ahead and do this again.
All right.
Okay, let's go ahead and
And then we'll go back to chapter 6.
У Ёши был панцирь, конечно. В этом вся суть Ёши.
Yeah, you can tell that worked whenever you like he kind of like flinches a little bit.
Это не
Okay,
Ёши
yeah, now that I got,
или Ёши.
jump storage. Sway, I forget.
Неважно.
What's like the next thing? Oh shoot!
Oh my god, you got hit the scar.
Ого, вот это снайп был.
Oh my
Вот это
god,
выстрел.
dude.
Он нас
I
убил.
did not mean to do that.
All right, well,
Что?
Yeah, okay. I made a
Что?
safety save. Yeah, I was turning this way because I was trying to remember what to do in the route. That's fine. I did make a safety save. That is why we save during
Yep.
marathons. It's better to do that. Okay, so
Ну ладно, раннер
I'm
сохранился.
back in chapter 6 though.
Yeah.
Surely it was faster to die and then come back here, right?
I mean, I guess.
Yeah. Do you think I still have
you
jump
lose
storage?
jump?
Do you think okay?
Вот это жесткий
do you think I
снайп
still
был
have jump storage?
просто.
There's only one
Do
way
you to
think
think I
out.
transferred it between
Молоток прям
files?
очень хорошо пролетел.
There's only one way to find out.
In case you guys couldn't tell, there's something going on here. No. Yeah,
Раннер
that
пытался
was
вспомнить, что он
completely
вообще там
on
дальше
Yeah.
по рану делает.
accident. Hi, Frankly.
Ран все-таки большой.
Wait, they're getting the crystal star.
Shoot! They got the crystal
Oh,
star.
no.
We were just too slow.
Too slow. Who's that guy? Wait, who are all three of those?
I've never seen them before in my life.
I think they're only in 2 cutscenes in this category. Like real talk.
Yeah. Okay. Do you guys think I still have jump storage? I guess there's only one way to find out. Let's change our Y speed and see what happens. Okay. All right. Come on. This has to work.
Oh, let's go.
I did it. Oh my gosh. It worked. Can't believe
I
it.
was
Ух ты,
I'm not gonna lie. If I
сработало.
set up Discord like sound bites for a soundboard, I would have made it play the DuckTales Moon theme.
Yeah, so jokes aside, we do that death intentionally because jump storage warps between files. It's really overpowered. So yeah, and it's actually impossible to do jump storage unless we do that, because if you jump without changing Mario's Y speed from like a little like incline, then you'll just kind of like jump in place. But there we go, chapter 6. We did it.
Let's go.
И мы прошли 6-ю главу.
There we go. Can we just mention how great this music is, by the way?
It's very good.
Отлично.
Yeah, so the-
Now, clearly, we needed the Garnet Star for some reason, right? That's why we did this.
Yeah, that's
Like,
why
clearly,
we
it's
did
a
it.
very important item to collect. I mean, we need all 7.
Yeah, we need all 7. You know, we're just getting it in a very interesting order, right?
Yeah. It's definitely not to just trigger a particular cutscene.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going back into another intermission. So, Fu, aside from awesome, frankly, interactions, feel free to take it away with some donations.
Sweet. I am here for you. Okay, we have $10 from Ayuk and Jorit, who says, TTYD is my true comfort game and brings me so much nostalgia. This run is gonna rock. Can't wait to play the remake later this year. Good luck, Yoshi, you got this.
Thank you.
We have $25 from Kep, who says, Mario, less than 3. $25 from Exotic Chaotic, who says, I love this game. I'm like blowing out the mic. I'm just too excited.
I like this game too. This game too.
I recently learned to run it and got sub 3 hours. These runners amaze me with how easy they can make Palace Skip look. You guys are great. Good luck with the run.
Thank you, thank you.
Дальше смотрим
We also
много
have $5 from
катсцен,
Princess Peach.
Princess Peach.
Peach says,
диалоги, вся
Hi,
фигня.
Mario. I'm in this weird space station place. Also, I met this weird pirate-looking guy who keeps going on about this red skull gem and how he also owns
Снова
a
секция
boat,
за
a boatload of
принцессу
ships.
Пич.
Pun intended. Anyways, come help me. I'm losing my sanity talking to this guy.
We actually won't have any Flavio cutscenes with Peach, unfortunately. But anyways,
Oopsie.
it's okay. Frankly, can be Flavio.
Oh, we have $250 from Pivanka,
Wow.
who says, shout out to Yoshizilla doing speedrunning at 4 a.m.
Shouts to Pavanka for that
Yes.
$250 donation.
So what's really going on in this scene here is that Peach is learning kind of a really dark secret about the Thousand Year Door and what Grotus, the name of the villain leader of the X-Nauts, the big evil group in this game.
Так, принцесса Пич сейчас узнает, как зовут злодея главного.
Basically what they're planning to do, and they're basically going to.
Что они пытаются делать, так сказать, узнают их планы.
He's just trying to send out a memo to Mario.
Так сказать, вводят игрока в курс дел.
They need her now. And
Frankly, you get there?
Frankly is
Но их вычислили
clearly.
и схватили.
Frankly, no.
I don't think I've ever seen him be inside Grotus.
Yeah, just kind of phases through. Even in the camera, he's there. And unfortunately, oh no, they deleted System 32. Now tech camera.
Ранее шутят, что что злодеи удалили систему 32.
I need to actually save in the next cutscene. So crowd, I'm gonna need
Что
your help.
сломали
I need
этого
you,
робота.
like, as soon as like the Bowser cutscene is over, just to tell me to save, okay? Okay.
Say it.
Okay, wait, no, not yet.
И раннер говорит, ну вот будет у нас катсцена с Баузером, обязательно напомните мне, чтобы я засейвился.
Frankly, you were just in space. What are you doing?
Yeah. So here we're gonna get what's normally the third, but will be the only one we see in any percent.
Баузер тут приходит и хулиганит.
I like these sections because I feel like they very perfectly capture how terrible SNES physics are.
That was not the direction I was expecting that to go. Honestly, these were kind of a nice touch at the time because New Super Mario Brothers hadn't come out, and the last like 2D Super Mario Brothers game was, I think, Super Mario.
И у нас такая мини-игра
And we got
за
some
Баузера.
Bros later with GTA. So that's gonna be awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and just avoid all these X-Nauts. The fastest time we can get is a 154, which is actually pretty easy to do. Granted, I don't get hit. There's this dreaded like final X-Naut that can really just mess you up. Let's see.
He's a meanie.
There we
Alright,
go.
nice.
Oh, and look in the castle. Hi, Frankly.
What?
Wait, I thought he was
Раздавил друга.
I thought he was too. Now he's working with
He's still
Bowser?
playing all sides, man.
Oh my gosh. Is he like a double agent, a triple agent, a quadruple agent?
At
What is
least
he?
a triple.
He's chaotic neutral.
Yo, we're in like a gym.
Так что напарник все это время за нами следует.
Alright, and this cutscene in English has the best
И
text box.
ранее шутят, да он, наверное, тройной агент. Или типа того.
Pain, period.
Yeah.
It's really
Это нормально.
Yo, we got flat like paper.
Все размазали
Fun donation.
противника.
Sweet. Okay, we have $25 from Adam.
Но наш артефакт разбился.
Your other girlfriend. That first donation
Wait,
from.
wait, guys, I need to do something. What did I need to do?
save.
Save.
Oh,
Save?
okay, I need to
Okay.
save. Okay, I'll save. There we go, I saved. All right, continue, Fu.
Oh, okay, sure, great. That first donation from an Adam wasn't me, imposter. I can't believe this. Unacceptable that someone else has the same name as me. I would have sworn I was special. Anyways, there's a couple of us guys watching the stream, so don't mess up or else we will never let you live it down. Haha, smiley face. So yeah, just remember, don't touch the gate. I will
Секция с Баузером закончена. Приехал паровоз. Неужели он реально будет клипаться опять в щелку в двери?
Yeah, so this is the entire reason that we beat Chapter 6 is just to basically come into Rogueboard Station off the train here. And what we're going to do here is, as you
О боже, это надолго. Это надолго.
Similar to TRE, except it's straight up. The only difficult part is you have to find the crack and get Mario into it.
There we go. Okay.
Now.
Отлично, он нашел. Нет. Клипается, клипается. Пошло, пошло. И этот скип попроще, потому что тут не такой жесткий угол. То есть достаточно найти эту трещину в коллизии игровой.
Right over this tall barrier.
Yep. This tall invisible wall, which is 10 times Mario's normal jump height.
And we can now go to chapter 3.
Я могу так сделать. Нет, не могу никак.
That is one of the biggest time saves.
Yeah, this was like the last big time save that got found that people said it's not going to get found, but we found it and it's awesome. And the great thing about it is there's that save right before. So if you mess up, because if you mess up that jump storage, runs basically over.
Okay.
So
you know what though, like Blitzville kind of sucks. I think you should just leave again. We don't need to.
It's not even called Glitzville. It's called Oolong.
Oh yeah, true. Oolong Town. Yeah, you should probably just leave again.
Yeah,
though.
I'm gonna leave. Yeah, I don't
we don't actually.
Yeah, we didn't need to be here. And even though I didn't get the blimp ticket, I still have it. Maybe a friend gave it to me.
Okay, actually, we do need to leave here. But
yeah.
So the reason you need to leave here is that normally after you beat Chapter 3 in your sequence is like post-Chapter 3.
Мы, в принципе, жестко поломали последовательность прохождения игры.
And that's a flag. So even though we came here like post-Chapter 6, we never set that flag that we left Blitzville. So we have to leave Blitzville and come back.
Но нам надо, так сказать, улететь и вернуться. Но благо эта катсцена довольно быстрее на японской версии. Но все еще медленная. То есть, да, мы скипнули большую часть игры, но игра еще не знает об этом. Поэтому мы должны вернуться назад, чтобы, так сказать, задеть это игровое положение и обновить значение нашего игрового состояния в этой игре. Чем мы, в принципе, и занимаемся.
And pray to the RNG gods that, it's not too bad. But this
like that crowd out there in the lobby did.
Yeah, exactly.
So actually, most of the route is basically the way to get here as early as possible because we need to get the Yoshi Kid in order to perform Palace Skip to beat the game. In order to do that, in order to get Yoshi, we need to go through 10 fights in Minor League. Each fight has a certain condition that you have to follow that is chosen at random. Some of them are meaningless. We're going to follow them anyway. Some of them are really bad, like as he said, don't attack for 3 turns, take damage 5 times, or don't use items because we're going to use a lot of fright masks.
Yeah, exactly.
On some don't.
У нас эффектная, так сказать, арена.
Just a time waste because the special moves are really slow to use.
Мы стараемся не юзать специальные мувы, потому что они очень медленные будут. И пошел файт. Так, блочим. Свапаемся на Йоши. И отлично. Выбиваем страйк.
That has all of them and they circle what you should look for. It's really personal preference what you want to look for, but I think we use mostly the same thing. The number ones are the really easy ones because it'll be 20 is win the battle before taking 20 HP of damage. There's a 3 in a square, which means appeal 3 times. There's a 5 in a square, which is appeal 3 or take damage 5 times. This one is don't use hammer. So that is completely fine. And what I look for is there's like a character that's like this, kind of looks like a volcano.
Yeah. Now in terms of
that
routing,
would be
a lot of these fights you want to use fright masks on, right? Which we used on the Goomba trio at the beginning of the run to make them run away.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of these don't have a 100% chance to run, so occasionally you'll get a dink where they just don't run away. You could use an extra one if you have more, or you just kill them.
Yeah, I have 2 extra.
The tricky thing here, though, is that
Wow.
that's
unlucky.
Вау.
All right, let's use
Он
another
пытался
the
спугнуть
tricky
противников,
thing, though, is
но
that our star points routing ideally is a little
что-то не
bit
хотят они
so we
убегать.
want to end this at level 3, but less than 5 star points, because way later on
Использовал специальный айтем пару раз, чтобы напугать противников.
As we mentioned with Mega Rush earlier, you want to have you get 1 HP to have that trigger. If you level up on Grotus and it fully heals your HP, when you go into the Bowser fight, that's very bad.
Yeah.
And you have
It's
to do
kind
a
of
backup
ironic.
that's not really very ideal. So that's why we want to leave this with low star points.
Yeah, what we're gonna
It's
say,
kind of
Ghost
ironic
Goomba?
because you want to be at low health going into that fight in the speed run, but like a lot of people casually, like that was one of the hardest fights in the game. So like they actually set up their HP or their star points that they level up on Grotus to get the heal for Bowser.
Yeah.
Очередной файт.
First kind of bad condition, we got appeal 3 times. It's not too bad, but I'm gonna actually swap Koops in front just to make sure I avoid that.
There's some very bad ones, like don't use items means you can't use a fright mask. Some situations like that where you're forced to actually kill the enemies and get more star points, that can be really bad. You'll have to end up doing this backup strat that's like not as reliable.
Yeah, there is
Так, мы свапнули, чтобы Марио не стукали.
Star points are going to be kind of messed up anyways. So I have an extra fight routed in where we just kill them instantly, and we'll level 1 extra, which doesn't actually affect the run too badly. It'll give Mario 5 extra HP, but that's completely fine.
Отлично, прогнали врагов,
Yeah, so most of these
полутали с
fights
них
are kind of
звездочки.
like going through and just trying to get good conditions. And by the way, right now, frankly, is a Yoshi egg. You might not be able to tell, but during this sequence, the Yoshi egg just kind of like spawns in and follows you. But because we have Frankly, he kind of just doesn't get updated.
Yeah, and then when at the end when the egg hatches, it just deletes your followers. So you're just gonna delete Frankly.
We're gonna have to say goodbye to Frankly soon, but it's okay.
We're gonna
because
say hi to Flavio.
We'll say hi to Flavio.
Это как раз тот гражданин, которого мы должны завербовать, походу.
See, I love when I'm playing a video game and the video game says to not play it.
Yep.
Exactly. It's so amazing. I wonder if I should maybe just run away, because if you run away, you can reset the condition.
But then you risk just getting the bad condition again.
Yeah, that is true. So we'll go ahead and just.
Значит, тут
Not
такой
exactly my turn. So why don't you read some donations while we have to delay
раш
watching?
всех противников в игре, так сказать. Ну, не всех, но, так сказать, ключевых.
Like return to the glitz bit with like the original version, like you're kind of getting cutscenes from the first trip, but then it's just Jolene for the second. It's what?
Yeah, because a lot of them are like controlled.
Они тут друга собрали.
You can rank up and then rank back down, rank back up, and it doesn't play the cutscene again. So
Sure. Yeah, it's cool. That's cool. Okay, so we have $10 from Forbezilla, who says, staying up late to catch TTYD. This is my sister and I's favorite game. I remember
чё,
playing when I was a kid,
танкуем.
she would play, and I would have the guidebook to help. I mean, why not? And we have $25 from Nick O, who says, it's fast. There's Mario. He's paper. What's not to love?
Здесь по Марио
We
попали.
also have $50 from Ian, who says, donating for my favorite game of all time. I went to bed early and set an alarm just so I could wake up and see this run. This game is near and dear to my heart, and I
И
always love seeing it on
по
the big
ним.
stage. Putting this donation
Засетапились
towards the Goof Troop incentive.
и
When I was little,
ваншотнули
my mom
всех.
and I would play video games together, and Goof Troop was an all-time favorite. So
Так мы
I'm looking
получаем
forward to
больше
seeing
звездочек на
the
этом файте.
absurdity that GDQ will bring to the run.
So unfortunately, that Dolbone spawned 2 extra ones, so we've got a little bit of extra star points. The good thing is star points aren't going to actually be a huge deal because of the fact that we're routing in an extra fight. So thankfully, I won't have to worry too much.
Прошел уже,
about
так
it.
сказать,
I
больше
will
половины
try to
рана.
keep note of the star points. But yeah.
Сейчас раннер
a lot of things
сверится
going
со
on.
своими
There's someone who got hurt.
записками, так
You know,
сказать,
granted, we are like in like a fighting
с
run,
домашней
so someone's
работой.
bound to get hurt.
тетрадочку откроет,
It's a little spoiled.
проверит, хватает ли ему звездочек.
Like
Sorry, go on.
the silver lining with the don't attack for 3 turns is the battle theme is a banger, and you get to hear it for longer.
True.
Yeah, we got a very
It's sort
easy
of
condition right here.
Sort of irony of the speed run of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door has always been that, like, I mean, people love Chapter 3. Usually places amongst people's favorites.
It's
But
my
it's kind of the
favorite
Тут у нас
chapter.
такой мини-босс
Casually sucks in the speed run.
It's so bad.
I think
Этой
there's
качалки.
a lot of things that it's like they're inverted for the speed run. Like stuff that was bad is actually kind of nice in the speed run. Stuff that was good and casual is like
Их
really
можно
translates
пугать.
speedrun stuff very well. It's like it's a really neat idea and set, but it's the conditions.
The exception is
fight
chapter 2, which is just awful.
Уже звездочек уже хватает, в принципе.
It's nice 90% because you don't have to do nearly as much of it.
All right, we're about halfway through the minor league, so let's see what these next conditions are. Let's go ahead and see what we get. There's a few where we will actually kill the enemies.
Да, Диабло на самом деле.
Yeah, it's fine.
Там пипежное было.
Use FP, like, on
Полураны дюпались. Полураны просто пешком прошли весь храм.
So you can probably read
You're
some more
mentioning-
donations if you'd like.
боже.
Oh, go ahead, Ghost.
I was gonna say, I know you're mentioning how banger the battle theme of this game is. For those of you who are interested in video game music trivia, so basically all of the Paper Mario games have been concurrent with basically whoever was composing Fire Emblem at the time. Like the first two Paper Marios was Yuka Tsujiyoko, who did like Fire Emblem up until I think 7 or 8, and then when you get to like Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, that's around the time that, like, Super Paper Mario was being made, so there's overlapping composers there. Origami King, I believe, has overlap with Fire Emblem Engage. Color Splash has overlap with Three Houses.
Валим эту толпу.
Yeah, there's a lot of soundtrack overlap if you know where to look for it.
Yeah, real quickly before I have food read donation, should I fright mask the punk rocks? I'm at 89 star points.
Там же еще категория была на первом уровне.
Potentially.
I think that's assuming
То есть
you don't
вообще не
use
качался,
Flavio.
никого не убивал, кроме боссов, за которых не дают экспы.
Anyways, Fu, go ahead and read some more
Там еще
donations.
Сукупша иногда
No problem.
подбегала
We are
в
excited
огонь,
for
который
Flavio.
убивал
We do have a
босса, и
$5
он
donation from
перезагружался.
Socket Gaming, who says, TTYD is my
Там вообще
personal
безумные
favorite Mario
манипы
RPG,
были.
so I will gladly stay up until 6 a.m. watching it. Flavio will be worth the 7 minutes. Trust me.
Yep.
ГБА вместо
Also
домофона.
$30 from Alpha Dolphin, who
Yo,
says,
Alpha Dolphin.
hi, Yoshers and GDQers.
Вот
Just wanted
такой
to
вот
send
мир
good
Марио.
vibes and say that this event has been amazing to watch so far. Although it's not helping my insomnia.
Тут уже ребята посильнее, но у нас есть, так сказать,
Alpha Dolphin
атаки
is a
против
Sonic
них.
speedrunner, so shouts to Sonic.
We do have a trivia question that came in, which is very exciting for me.
Go for it.
$10 from
О, level up
100
даже
says
дали.
trivia.
Ого.
Okay, how about this one? Which two partners for Paper Mario 64 reappear in this game?
That would be Paracarry in the intro, and then Bo.
And Bo. Where does Bo show up again?
So she shows up in Postally Sanctum as a post-game thing. She appears after you beat Shadow Queen.
Oh, I
Outside
forgot about that.
Sanctum, but yeah.
Outside the Sanctum, yeah.
I love that. That's right.
All right. Funny enough, I think, thankfully it doesn't matter because of, like, Flavio being around.
Может, это, кстати, не Геймбой огромное, они просто все маленькие. Вы об этом не думали?
But that's fine, because so Flavio is actually kind of helping this run.
Yeah, so actually kind of something to mention with the levels. It doesn't matter in any percent anymore, but it used to be when you did more of the game, levels played more into the route. When you hit level 10 in this game, you get like a rank up, and that affects things that can happen in battle. And there's more bad things than good
Так,
things that can come
юзаем
from the
предмет,
battle. So it used to be, like,
чтобы
kind of hype
спугнуть
didn't wanna hit level 10
врагов.
in the speedrun.
С первого раза все не убегают, ну ничего, еще раз.
Yeah.
Прожимаем.
So thankfully,
Мне кажется, у нас уже айтемы начинают заканчиваться.
Yeah, we're not coming up on our last fight. The good thing about this is,
Но я так
even if you
думаю,
get
тут
those
все
items in this
просчитано
fight,
в
you can
этом
actually just
ране.
let them steal your coins and items, and you'll be fine. I don't want to get don't use items, but we'll see. Okay, I got don't use special move. So besides that one, like besides
Она,
some
вот тренер
of the
говорит, что он не
fails
хочет
and
использовать айтемы больше, ну и
you know,
маловато
don't
их
attack
как-то,
the
да.
first 3 turns on one of them. Not a bad chapter 3.
Yeah, that's fine.
Unfortunately, I have the curse of having a PB that had like a really great chapter 3. So I come into this and I'm just like, oh, that's cool. I'm
Yeah.
minus 2, or I'm 2 minutes behind.
curse.
Mine has the opposite curse of the other big RNG section went perfectly.
Не, все-таки прожимает
Minor
айтем.
League was awful.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and let him steal some items. RNG.
Мы можем ему позволить, так сказать,
Yeah,
I
so we're just
remember
gonna go ahead.
reviewing
своровать предмет.
Sway's VOD for commentary,
Ничего
bro,
страшного.
and like 3 times in a run, you're like,
Потому
"This
что он
is
возьмет
amazing."
предмет и убежит.
And then just the best.
Гребенос
combos
хилит,
get
по-моему,
So
но
I have no
нам он не
idea
так
what
уж и
that is,
нужен.
that's fine.
Быстрее просто дать ему забрать
So
этот
that's the
грипп и
end of minor
убежать.
league. So now is the great part where we get to figure out how good this minor league was, or just kind of like how this run is going overall. I mean, hey, we're having a great time anyways. But the Yoshi color kind of determines like how good your run is. Like, what's like the best color to get? Like
Green.
Green.
Yeah,
And
green.
so normally
it's
how
under
it
6
works
minutes.
is when you get the egg, it kind of
Double joint.
remembers the in-game time when you got the egg, and then there's like a 20-minute cycle of various times that map to various colors. Because we never actually get the egg, it just kind of goes from the beginning of the game, looping through
I
the
love
cycle.
this scene because there's 2 Jolenes in
Yeah.
there, and then there's also just I love the like Bat comes in. He's like, "Hey, I'm the new minor league fighter, everybody," and then his condition is. Like you've been getting all these conditions that have been making it difficult for you, and then his is do a triple flip and meow.
Yeah. So this fight.
Sounds easy, right?
Yeah, it sounds easy.
I mean, he's a bat, so.
Yeah. Oh, and Grubba's now the host again. I thought it was Jolene. Yeah, whatever. So this fight's actually not possible without the Yoshi kid. So we're unfortunately gonna, we can either die or run away. It's faster to run away. I'm pretty sure based
Так,
on what's
тут
going
файт
on,
сложный
like, how
довольно,
this
мы
run's
его
gone,
не
I think I'm
можем
gonna get, like, blue
пройти,
Yoshi,
так
maybe.
сказать. Нам
What
тут
is it?
надо
It goes
сбежать,
green,
наверное.
red,
Green, red, blue, orange,
please not pink. I don't want
pink,
pink.
white, black, I think.
I think it's black white.
Okay.
I think
black,
white
white,
is
black,
the
white,
last
yeah.
one.
All
The
right.
first 6
So
minutes are green.
Что мы
and
будем
then
делать?
6
Так,
are red,
смотрим.
and it's like,
yeah,
Побег,
so,
побег
and then
пошел.
2 and
Yeah.
1 for, like,
Because
These guys are
CRE
cars.
took a while, it'll probably be
Отлично.
yeah, it might be blue.
maybe
Maybe pink or orange. I don't want it to be pink. Pink is not a. Listen,
Okay, pink is like the best.
Да, из этого
Okay,
файта мы
pink's-
сбегаем.
Pink or
is a
orange.
good color, but
Не
I
настолько
just don't really like
сильны.
the hairstyle. I don't know.
Не
Just don't
стоит
know,
она
but
того
let's see what
быстрее
color I get.
свалить, как бы играя не против.
Okay, orange.
Она все равно нас подвинет
favorite.
дальше.
Oh, that was totally planned. Totally planned. Just-
Totally play. Oh my gosh,
Totally
thank you so much. He's so cute.
You can actually name the Yoshi kid whatever you want. It defaults to Chibi Yoshi when you just press start. But there we go.
Дали нам нового
Technically our
напарника.
final partner in the run, but we're gonna get one more partner because incentives, which by the way, we no longer have Frank.
Маленький Йоши.
So that can only mean we have to replace Frankly with someone probably better.
Does that mean we're gonna do bomb squad strands?
No, we can't.
I wish we could.
Микрочелик такой.
All right, so yeah, we have no reason to be in chapter 3 anymore. We got what we need. We got the Yoshi kid. Let's go ahead and leave. So normally I think the way we would count is after 3 it's 7, but I think 5 comes next this time.
Yeah.
I think for this specific event, 5 comes
Да, на
next.
нем мы можем быстро бегать.
All right, so I am going to go ahead and go into the shop and buy a bunch of point swaps. A few of them we need, a few of them are just extra.
Отличное
I don't know
пополнение
if
в
I'll
нашу
fill
команду.
my inventory.
Yeah, so point swaps are an item you can use in battle, and it swaps a character's HP with FP. And this is going to be really useful for manipulating peril or 1 HP setups to activate Mega Rush. Because
Так, мы немножко засвапаем поинты у наших персонажей, чтобы
in one turn at the cost of 4.
сделать интересные
And since we
сетапы.
have 5 max FP, we can use double dip, go down to 1 FP, use point swap, and Yoshi's at 1 HP.
And now we can do jump storage with Yoshi by just doing that. And let's just go ahead and woohoo!
А мы сделали jump storage
Little small time save right there to get
за, так
Power
сказать,
Rush partner badge.
уломали прыжок.
We're actually not going to be putting
И это нам
Yoshi,
позволило
we're
прыгнуть
actually
очень
selling
высоко.
most of these badges now for coins. So we're going to go back to Rogueport. We're going to be selling a bunch of coins.
То есть игра считала, что мы очень много раз прыгаем
We're going to show you how to make
при
your
помощи
Yoshi
такой
really
манипуляции.
overpowered.
You
By,
said power rush.
like,
That's actually
gambling, but
power
not
plus. We
actually
will get power
gambling.
rush later.
Yeah. What was that, Ghost?
Sorry. Yeah, the audio delay here does make this a little bit more difficult. Apologies.
You're good.
So it was Power Plus. So we're gonna get Power Rush badges later, but the Power Plus badges sells for a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, it was actually like the badging order was actually routed a little differently. We actually used to get a bunch of other badges that we'd sell, but then we just kind of realized, why don't we just get like Power Plus Partner? And then we did, and now we can actually skip a few badges that we don't need in the run anymore, which is nice because some of them are really annoying to get, especially that close call.
So finally, we're gonna talk to Frankie about his trouble. You know?
Yeah, what was it? He like lost his wedding ring.
Yeah. In you know.
Так, берем квест
I
в НПЦ.
can kind of see how he
Говорит,
lost his wedding ring here, right? Like it's
колечко потерял. Надо
Yeah, very
собрать.
place. But before we do that, we're gonna go ahead and sell some of the badges to have a lot of coins. Let's see, is it on sale?
Сейчас мы получим,
Okay. Doesn't actually matter. There's a chance for
немножко
Power
поторгуем,
Partner to be on sale. It saves a little bit of time.
Slightly faster to buy it from the team.
продадим значки, это даст
It
нам
does a lot
очень
of
много
them
монет.
Anyway, so we're gonna be selling like all of our badges besides Mega Rush Partner and Double Dip. Those are gonna be very useful later on. So we're gonna go ahead and sell that. Bye bye Power Bounce.
So yeah.
И возьмем
yeah,
очень
when I
полезные
said- when I
предметы.
said it was our introduction to Power Bounce. Yeah, it's our only usage of Power Bounce.
So I have to ask, how many
Bad
people in the
badge anyway.
community? How many people in the community have lost a run to accidentally selling Mega Rush or you know?
I haven't done that, I don't think.
I haven't done it,
But I'm sure people have.
surprisingly, I've never accidentally sold the badge I needed.
Yeah. There's other fun ways that we've all lost our runs, probably. Oh, there's the wedding ring.
Yeah, I mean, he was just chilling up there, and I don't know.
I don't know. I think he tried to throw it away.
So the English version of the wedding ring is right there.
Yeah, another little difference.
So yeah, we like to joke that the lore behind that is that Frankie has a stronger arm on English.
Немножко паркура происходит.
So yeah, now we're coming up to a section where we're going to get one of the cards in order to buy the... Well, normally we can play games to get a bunch of piantas, but we're just going to buy all of them. So I'm going to have to buy them for like a good minute or so. So feel free to start throwing in some donations.
I got you. We have $15 from Monado.
Monado, what's up?
Monado. Who says, hey Yoshi, good luck with the rest of the run tonight. Admittedly, I haven't been watching the full run as I've been asleep, but I set an alarm to make sure I could get this donation in and say hello. It was unfortunate I couldn't
Ну, по
be there to
сути,
catch
у
up in person.
Вишки
And hi to everyone on commentary
у нас вот просто
and
Ви,
the
да?
people on the back couch.
The back
I think I
couch.
can
У
make
нее
out Phoebe
начинка
back there.
геймкуба. У нее даже типа
We've also got
спорты,
$20 from
у
Tippy,
нее
who
есть
says,
порт
happy I
для
was able to
карты
be
памяти
able to catch your
геймкуба,
run, Yoshi.
а,
Good luck on the run, and I hope everyone is
разъемы
having
для
an awesome
падов
AGDQ.
геймкуба.
How are you all holding up out there?
We're all
We all
good.
doing okay? We're awake? Yeah.
Everyone's awake.
Somehow.
Ну, на
Hey,
Ви
listen,
есть
I'm
лаунчер,
schedule
который
on
позволяет
that,
там
so outside
всякие
of,
настройки
security and
делать.
stuff, I work at UPS, and that shift is like 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. So this is normal for me.
I mean, you know me at this point, Yoshi.
Yeah, exactly.
These are prime Ghost Kumo hours.
Yeah. All right, so now we got a bunch of power rushes. So
Yeah, so Power Rush is a little similar to Mega Rush, but what it does is in this case, if the partner is at less than 5
Yoshi?
HP,
we don't need to do that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah. There's a little thing that we have to do where we prevent a crash, but because we got
Просачиваемся
we
в
actually
забор,
don't need to do that crash.
в дренажную систему,
anyway, so
Forgot we were making
Power
that
Rush,
picture.
Power Rush is if the partner is
прыгаем
less
уже
than
в
5
привычный
HP,
данж
they
старый.
have to attack. So right now we have 5 of those.
Yeah. So you can do the math. So
Мы сюда возвращаемся.
that's a lot of
Plus
damage.
1.
Oh yeah. +1 because it's the base attack.
Открываем новый проход.
All right,
Синюю
so
трубу.
this is where we're going to be diverting a bit. And hey, listen, I'm going to need a Flavio chant whenever we get Flavio because I want to know like only when we get Flavio.
Да, вот Флавио мы должны получить как нашего последнего напарника. Так сказать,
Normally this is not what we do in the run, but you know, hey, incentives
вот
are
этот
nice.
красный Ёж, по идее, в этом рауте последний напарник, но Вот задонатили.
do a trick called Bobbery early.
Точно ли Флавио?
Kind of peculiar trick. So this makes use
Ладно, сейчас разберемся, сейчас увидим.
When you have like actors that should be in a room but are unloaded, the game actually puts them at 0, 0, negative 1,000, straight under the center of the room. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use a super jump to get out of bounds, and then.
Так, сейчас опять же используем глич с суперджампом. Видите, мы засторили через инвентарь наш прыжок, выкинув предмет.
Well, I think the ember you hit is actually not the ones that circle out. I think it's the ones that when you fail.
Так, мы схватили предмет, который, собственно, нужен был для квеста. Сторим прыжок и... Что, мы выходим в ОБ, получается? Да. С первого раза.
Yeah, it's a nice little trick that we normally don't get to see, but we do get to see for this run.
I still don't understand the behavior of that pink fuzzy in the previous room.
Да, Ви не умеет Full HD разрешения. Там 480 interpolated, по-моему.
Oh no, we got so many extra star points. What am I gonna do?
What are we gonna do?
Yeah. All right, so let's just go ahead and smack this tree. Hi, Bobbery.
Yeah. So now we're just at this point in chapter 5.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to do a little bit of back and forth right here.
Also, has anyone pointed out the wedding ring?
Yeah, I just did. It's the wedding ring's just right there. He lost it again. That's actually technically the first time he loses it, and the trouble's the second time. Yeah, I'll get the coconut.
I always forget.
Yeah, so we're gonna do just a little bit of back and forth. So you can go ahead and start reading some more donations.
First, I gotta shout out how much stronger Frankie's arm got.
Oh yeah, he threw it all the way to the island. Yeah,
Немножко пробежимся по квесту.
I love this lore behind Frankie. I've never heard this before. Also, I didn't know the Japanese difference when it's sitting up on that like ledge, and I've never thought to jump up there. I don't know why. So we have $50 coming in from Goomzilla.
Yo, Goomzilla.
It says, "Hey Yoshi, it's great to catch you live at GDQ. The run is going great so far, and I hope you smash the rest of the tricks."
Thanks. Goomzilla is actually kind of the inspiration behind my name. When I was younger, I started a YouTube channel where I did videos that he also did, and I wanted my channel name to have him as an inspiration. So I decided to include Zilla in my name, and you know, I liked Yoshi, so I was like, Yoshizilla. So contrary to popular belief, Yoshizilla is not because I like Godzilla. I'm gonna make a lot of people mad. I've never seen a Godzilla movie.
And this is why you have the nickname of the Ill Zill.
That's true. All right, go ahead and continue. Food.
Папер Марио уже почти сломан. Осталось всего немного. Чем минут 40.
Wait, he who
50,
Amar is
60.
myself. There we go. I think that's right. Who says hello from the night shift? Couldn't miss tonight's runs. It's just hit after hit. I agree. I agree. This evening has been so good with runs.
В принципе, достаточно фановая игра. Лучше, чем Super Mario Sunshine.
Really quick, for Goof Troop to upgrade to the hardest difficulty, we've hit over 20% so far, which is awesome. So I just wanted to update you all. That is over $1,500 out of the $7,000 that we need for later on this morning. That's going to be closer to like 9 a.m. So for those who are either up for the day or staying up all night, there's your next incentive.
There you go.
Would you like another donation?
Go for it.
Alrighty, we've also got $25 from
Вы
Harry,
поняли
who
квест,
says,
отлично.
My mom, sister, and I used to play Paper Mario late at night.
Стукнули
way
его
past
молотком.
bedtime. You know, like right now.
Like right now.
My mom printed out the
Это
roster
чтобы
from
не
the internet, and we
расслаблялся.
read it out loud to her as she played.
И
Thanks for the
да,
late
это
night
последний
memories.
напарник,
Of course.
на которого вы
Bobbery.
задонатили.
So yeah, Bobbery is a partner we don't usually get in any percent, but is a partner we're getting into. We're getting right now. He's pretty useful, you know, casually. He's only going to be useful in one part of the run where we normally have to prevent a crash without him, but this time we are just going to use him. He's
Well,
not...
right, that's why you don't have to prevent it.
Yeah, yeah. Did you forget about that part? Yeah.
I've been thinking about that
На
this whole time.
спидранер похож на Фродо, но все кольца он потерял.
Yeah. All right.
В этих квестовых ветках.
Very useful partner casually, but also just a very likable guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna approach kind of the point here where we're supposed to bring Flavio to the entrance of a pirate's grotto, but because we opened the
Так
blue
Ви тоже с аналоговым
there's no
выходом.
Flavio.
Yeah, so...
Hey, would you guys like Flavio?
Yeah, do you
You
guys
guys
like...
all know what you gotta do.
Расписание вообще, мне кажется,
Hold,
очень
wait,
четко
hold,
идет, в
hold.
принципе.
We gotta wait for the
Быстро игры
text, the
сетапят.
confirmation text.
Может даже перегоняют. Давайте глянем, что
Alright,
ли.
and...
Что у нас по расписанию?
We got Flavio.
Yo.
Oh, thank you, Tech. That's
Не,
lovely.
кстати, по-моему,
Flavio,
расписание немножко
Flavio,
не такое, как на
Flavio.
сайте.
Flavio.
I don't know if y'all can see the full feed of the stream, but check out the category name if you can.
Oh my gosh, I just noticed that.
Типа на сайте написано «Вор вообще в 2 часа начинается»,
Hopefully that means
That's
this might be a
amazing.
new world record.
а сейчас уже 5.
We gotta follow up on Bobby's world record.
Yo, is this
and get
gonna be
another
any
one of
percent Flavio world record? Alright, so now we're gonna be going to chapter 7. Let's go ahead and
We gotta go buy a little badge first. Though.
actually no, we're gonna buy it later. We're gonna
Oh
wait.
yeah, right.
I guess we could buy it now. I don't know. We'll just wait.
I don't know if we have the store pieces yet. But...
Yeah.
I
Alright.
never knew as a kid that you could blow that up.
Go away. I don't need to. Oh, you have so much text.
А, у сайта в локальном времени?
That
Ага.
is true. But yeah, so,
Тогда
I
в
guess
2,
that's why
тогда
we're
все
gonna
нормально,
Flavio.
тогда все
So
нормально.
because we,
Значит,
like, Flavio's only
даже
set
раньше
for a certain,
немного
like,
расписание
short
идет.
period of time, but because we
Да,
never,
что-то я не
like,
подумал о
go to the
локальном
sequence where
времени.
Flavio,
Хотя это то, о чем,
leaves,
в принципе,
he's
надо
just with us for the entire
первое
game,
время думать.
and you're gonna see him in very funny ways in cutscenes, which is exactly why this is an incentive that I had to submit, even if it took us 7 more minutes. But we all love Flavio.
So now we have the elevator key, so we can activate this elevator, and that sets our sequence back to chapter 7, so we can just finish the chapter here.
Yeah. Bye, Flavio.
Oh,
What?
he'll
I
be
thought
back.
we were supposed
He'll
to
be
have
back.
him.
He'll be back. Hi, Flavio.
Oh, okay.
All right, so right here is going to be called Fast Tile Room. I do this a little differently just because I can never get the fast strat. So right
Как
here,
Райан говорит,
there's
не может
two
он
dot off,
быструю
so
страту
these
тут
tiles
получить,
a lot
поэтому
faster. The optimal
можно
way to do
сделать,
this is
чтобы
to
эти
basically hover
tайлы
right
двигались
here and
быстрее,
negotiate to get on
но...
them, which it
It
should.
saves very little over just doing this. But,
Yeah.
So
Ладно,
the
так
version
сказать,
is
по стабильной
2 times
страте
on Japanese,
пройдем.
and it's a lot harder than 3.
Poor Flavio did not
Yeah,
sign
Flavio
up
just
for
kind of
that.
getting zapped there.
It's what he deserves.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do another super jump right
Так,
here.
делаем
So
супер
that-
джамп.
oh.
Строим прыжки через выкидывание
Alright, there we go.
предмета
So,
из
Need to
меню.
make sure I don't jump at all, so I'm going to be taking these inputs very safe.
Yeah. This is actually very important.
Yeah, it skips.
Так, главное
it's
сейчас
not
не
required,
прыгать.
but it saves a decent amount of time.
У нас уже в нашем прыжке уже сохранена огромная сила.
I do need to make sure I prevent the crash, though. Because
Remember to do that.
what is the exact reason?
И
why
надо
the
при этом еще не
crashing
крашнуть
happens?
игру,
It's
будет грустно.
because the conveyor belt is making a sound when it's activated, and when you go through the door, it just assumes that it's activated and tries to unload it.
Switch, кстати, тянет Full
If
HD,
it's not activated, it's just gonna touch the
просто
ramp
не
and
везде.
crash
Вот
the game.
Mario Kart работает в 1080-60. Bayonetta работает тоже в 1083. Но там с просадочкой. То есть сами Nintendo игры хорошо работают.
There we go. Just
В портативе как бы там экран 720, да. Там это и не нужно. Ну, разница портатив не портатива, она не очень большая. На самом деле. В портативе приятнее играть, потому что там менее обращаешь на... Ну, то есть там меньше глаза режет, низкий FPS, и графика выглядит не такой некрасивой, как на большом экране. Там уже видно огрехи. Да, старый добрый завод с кучей труб. Специально для Марио трубы расставили, он по ним специалист.
Yeah, exactly. So one thing I actually need to note is a route change. So normally you're at 5 FP for this, and what you would do is you would make use of that double dip and point swap. where you're going to see Yoshi do a bunch of damage, but I actually don't need to use the double dip because, you know.
Use the Ultra Hammer on the Ember.
Yeah, I used the Ultra Hammer on the Ember, so yeah. I made sure to, like, route that in.
Burnout Paradise ремастер, кстати, на свече работает, по-моему, в 1080-60.
So Magnus 2.
И там прям супер гладкая игра.
Luckily, from this point on, the bosses are not super random and are kind of scripted, so we can make use of that in terms of routing them.
Yo, it's Paper Flavio and Coops. Mario's gone.
Там вообще никаких просадок нет. Один из лучших портов, так сказать. Ничего, босс-файт с роботом. Куда же без них? Меняемся между нашими партнерами, надо блочить. Это больно. Меняем, так сказать, наши параметры. Делаем ему 1 хп. И это нечто вроде РТСР сетапа, если вы понимаете, о чем я. Да, флеш-картридж сделали, непонятно, из России они или нет, но, типа, может, это прикрытие для других взломщиков. Но суть в том, что, как бы, стоят эти картриджи дофига. Мне кажется, нынешний чип, который стоит $5, куда лучше.
Specific situation we set up is pretty key. Actually, one of the things we haven't really touched on, the differences between the Japanese and English versions, is that when you end a chapter, if you
ну, типа, флеш-карик стоит там 1008. Будет это довольно жирновато. Ну и плюс есть вероятность, что Nintendo как бы будет этому как-то противодействовать. Вот, кстати, да, скопируют, подождать.
It's also very nice in this case because Yoshi's going to stay at 1 HP instead of healing up to 10 and having to get down to 1 HP again later.
Yep. But there we go. Chapter 7 is over. So next is definitely 8. That's the way we mean, right?
И остались последние полчаса рано, буквально. Минут 40. Я надеюсь, за полчаса уложимся.
You go 0, you go 1, you go, let's see. I gotta think for a minute. You go 7, then you go 2.
Ну и как обычно, при прохождении каждой там главы у нас сегмент за Боузера.
We got all the stars, right? Because we counted up to 7. We must have them all.
Yeah, we must have them all. Yeah. Ooh, Bowser's about to get a crystal star, even though it's actually a red herring. And now Flavio can't. Yeah, Flavio can't choose a side now.
Yeah, when it comes to counting star-shaped objects, you count 1, 6, 7. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
Right. So on a more serious note, the only requirement to open the door to go into Chapter 8 is to be at the
Опять сказал, что звезда не настоящая.
Yeah, we don't need all the crystal stars.
It does not check what crystal stars you have.
Yeah, and if I reset at some point, because there is RNG that will come up later, you will actually see my file where I only have 3 of the crystal stars. It's pretty good. But yeah, we are about to head into Chapter 8 after some...
Нам надо собирать за Марио эти кристальные звезды, но мы большую часть из них скипнули. У нас, по-моему, всего 3 их.
So we've hit over $515,000 this evening, which is amazing.
Nice.
Thank you all for your amazing support. I love to see it. I want to keep going. I want to see that Goof Troop hardest difficulty. Wake up to like a little Goof Troop. Okay, we've also got $25 from Thunka10, who says, I can't believe I stayed up all night for Paper Mario. As soon as it's over, I'll take a 1,000-year snore.
Yeah, same.
Same.
The story just here is that Tech was able to revert just enough power from like backup and load up his like backup drives. So he is going to send just enough power to activate the teleporter room one last time.
Yeah, even if you know about the teleporter when you come here, you actually can't get into it for some reason. It like deactivates because it's supposed to be like, hey, go visit Tech. He'll tell you about the
Тут есть телепорт, но надо определенную последовательность игровую пройти, чтобы заставить его работать, посмотреть вот катсценки.
To like fight, you know,
Hi, Flavio.
Yeah, like Grodus actually leaves it in Crump's care because Crump is incompetent.
So never mind, I guess I lied a little bit. There is Flavio in that one cutscene.
It is win-win because it's like if Crump manages to win, he has all the stars. If Mario manages to win, well, he can use a little bit of a trick to get what he wants. We'll get to that a little bit later.
Пират, он тут заглючил просто. Это напарник, который мы взяли, это прикол.
Yeah, we definitely have all 7. I think we have all 7.
Yes, we have collected all 7. We have beaten all 7 chapters and gotten all 7 crystal stars.
Wow, it's only been like
kind of
a few hours.
Yeah, kind of the twist that the game has done is like you think that the 1,000-year door is supposed to be like, you know, some big grand treasure, but you find out over the course of the game that it's actually like
Вот,
a giant.
мы зашли наконец-то в телепорт.
We basically need to go in there and defeat
Hi,
the evil,
Flavio.
or like
Flavio in space.
И мы отправляемся на Луну. Удивительно, что игра до сих пор не крашнулась.
Frankly's working all sides, right? He's trying to come out on top. I don't even know what Flavio is trying to do.
He's gonna take like a super.
Of his mind are an enigma.
Yeah, he's gonna like take a super Paper Mario like twist.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we all like Frankly, right? Well, we get to see him here.
Wait, I thought Frankly was gone. Didn't he hatch?
Well, he's right here.
Are you sure it's actually Frankly?
I don't know.
Just TTYD speedrun stuff out of context. Didn't Frankly hatch?
Amazing. Normally right here we actually get a super jump off of this email or a star piece, but because I have Bobbery, I just blew up the thing right there. And now we got Item Hog, which is going to be an important badge that we will maybe use if RNG.
Так, взяли значок важный.
Explain it more when we get closer, but we're going to need that to do the final trick of the run.
В зале пусто, там 5 утра сейчас, полшестого. Так сказать, закинули Марио на самый такой вот ночной блок. Это у нас сейчас полдень, а вот мы тут...
Depends on enemy item.
Yeah, definitely. All right, because this was requested real quickly, guys, let's go ahead and pose for the late night run. Let's go ahead and get a quick selfie. You know, it was requested that I do this. All right, everyone, let's see if I can get everyone.
Так, решили зафоткаться, ребята.
There we go. Thank you, guys.
Look, there's also stars.
Так, смотрите, как много. Все 7 звезд. Откуда они взялись? Вот мы все не собирали. Так-то. Игра уже считает, что мы все собрали, и ей все равно. Изумруды хаоса.
I don't know, there's some weird stuff to the story in the mid-games. They're like, why would we open this if there's a bad thing there?
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah, what are we doing? There we go, there's the
Открыли дверь.
I love the effect of like this thing is so powerful and so old that like the room cracks when you open the door.
Yeah. Let's go in. But Flavio's not allowed to go in.
Мощная дверь, аж стены треснули.
Yeah, we gotta leave him behind. Yeah, bye Flavio.
Yeah, sorry, we're ditching him.
Yeah, sorry, we're ditching him. Unlucky.
Yeah, as he says right before he joins you, Flavio hates you all.
That's true. That is accurate.
That is what he said.
That is the exact quote.
I don't know how I never paid attention to this. Apparently,
Что ж, идем на финишную прямую, этого рано.
Any percent plus Flavio plus
math lesson.
Amazing.
Wait, he's in. He got in after
Oh,
all.
he got in. All right, so chapter 8. So we won't be doing all of chapter 8. There's going to be a few stuff that we will be able to do, and then we will get to do the final glitch of the run.
Chapter 8 has some very cool little movement stuff in it.
Yeah, there's a few things that we can skip. Like, there's some gold cans here that you're normally like.
Говорят, очень прикольная
There's
часть
a way to skip it.
в плане мувмента.
Kinda difficult.
Pretty hard.
Yeah, it involves Mario being paper thin. So let's go ahead and see. So first,
В общем-то, сплошная пробежка по замку в духе Castlevania.
Oh, what? That was weird. It like worked at first and it didn't.
Ого, нас зацепили. А мы пытаемся убежать.
Yeah, which is why I use the thing. I think I can make it. Oh, no, I can't. Okay, let's see if I can get this. All right. Take my time to set this up.
Так, протискиваемся тут.
There we go.
Nice.
Skip right through
Отлично.
there. Save a few seconds. We love saving time.
Скипнули эти пушки.
Yeah, so coming up in the next room after this, there's a bunch of fire bars that we have to dodge, and you're supposed to use the tube mode to get under some fire bars at the end of this, which we don't have because we didn't go to chapter 4. First we do a little hazard respawn glitch there to get to the center of the room.
Делаем респаун глич. Жестко, жестко.
We're going to lure this ember over to the edge here and hit it with coops from off screen. And then when we run away from it, we'll have invincibility frames. We can just run through the fire bars.
Oh, I jumped. That's good. So yeah, we don't actually have tube mode, so it's a nice mushroom. So we have to actually use some invincibility.
Так, что-то не повезло.
So yeah, it should be good.
Ну что, мы сбежим. Используем кадр неуязвимости. А, да, мы специально получили урон, чтобы пробежать дальше в неуязвимости это место.
You just have to learn like where in the cycle to start the encounter, and you have to be like on like the very right end of the platform.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Yeah.
This fight right here.
This looks very familiar.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I missed it.
Here's Darkbone.
Yeah, this fight right here actually has
Так, немного промазали.
combat in the entire
Come on, get over here. Get over here. There we go. What were we gonna say, Fu?
I'm just saying, if Flavio is just kind of hanging around with you all and spectating, does that mean Flavio is chat?
Oh my gosh. Flavio is chat.
Ваншотаем
Very easy fight right here. We're just
этого
gonna
противника.
use,
Не
use
ваншотается,
our
ладно.
partners. Let's just do that and
Power shell.
bye-bye.
Ничего, сетапим урон.
Goops.
Конвертируем все в хп в атаку.
Instant level up.
Нам сразу
Get more
лапают.
limited star points in a fight.
All right, so this is where we're actually going to be leveling up HP. We're going to buff up Mario. All right,
Немного бафнем
a few other
хпшку
things
Марио.
coming up where we can skip 2 more gold cannons, and we're going to pick up some items. But after that is when we're going to call big serious time because the final glitch of the run will be coming up. So for the next like few minutes before we start explain Palace Skip,
Грибочек.
some donations, Fu.
Sure thing.
И
Still waiting for
стараемся
some more trivia,
протиснуться
you all. That's what I
снова
really wanna
мимо
read out.
пушек.
I love trivia. I want paper Mario
Нет,
trivia.
нет, не
We
получилось.
do have $10 from King J 0444.
Но ничего,
What's up, King
убежим.
J?
В принципе, это не
He
так
says,
много сейвит.
I've never had more of an existential crisis
То
before
есть,
in
что
my
каждый
life,
файт,
like
он
just
типа
trying
10
to
секунд
count to
занимает,
7.
если мы
Here
из
we
него
are.
сбегаем.
I'm learning so much, yet I still have so many questions. Will this be on the test later?
Yes. this
Он
will be on
аккуратно
the-
засетапился, чтобы
Especially on the
мимо
Palace Skip, that's on the test.
Oh, we do
пушек
have trivia. Here we
протиснуться
go.
и мимо
$25
снарядов
from
пройти.
Shika Goku, who says more trivia. All right, I got you.
И не получилось снова.
Did you know that Koopas resemble real-life turtles? Yes, you did. All right, I'm sorry, but what an awesome run so far.
My entire life is a lie.
Yeah, right?
I appreciate the attempt.
So this is the endless hallway here. Pretty hard puzzle. You just go where the torch is lit.
Говорят, тут сложный пазл есть.
Down, down, up, down, down.
That's right.
That's Paper Mario 1.
Это, знаете, пазл в
Yes, using this, and then
духе
they bring this type of
того
puzzle style back
уровня
in
Супер
order,
Марио, где вам надо идти в определенное место.
which I really appreciated. We've got a $5 donation from
Очень
Seth, who
классический
says,
пазл.
First I'm tuning into GDQ, and I'm really impressed with
А
how
вам
well
нужно
this is
выходить в
done.
специальные двери.
Amazing work you are all doing. Much love from Australia.
Yeah, Australia.
Yeah. This is like prime time for Australia right now.
Yeah.
All right, you can fit in probably a few more.
I sure could. Alrighty, sweet. We have $25 from Asteroid Panda, who says, hey, cute chat. It's Asteroid Panda, aka Mama Panda. Just your daily reminder to drink your water and get a substantial meal. Oh, and take your medicines if you have any. I love each and every one of you so much. Thank you for being alive and getting through all the hard times.
И этот пазл пройден.
That was very, very sweet.
Ну, раннер знает,
Looks like
какие
we're going
проходы
about
нужно
skip
идти.
now.
Yeah, I am looking at the time. I'm gonna only, so like I said, the items, so we need an item drop from the Ember coming up, which is like a 21% chance, and it can be really bad. I think...
Так, нам нужно дропнуть предмет, и есть где-то 21%, что они выпадут. Так что мы попробуем сделать пару попыток. Если не получится, мы просто загрузим бэкап, потому что времени не так уж и много.
Ultimate goal is that we're going to use something called a Yoshi teleport to clip into the floor, and then once we clip into the floor,
Немножко не повезло с врагами.
Because in this part of the palace, there's this hallway, but then later on in Chapter 8, the floor like lowers, and this is whole puzzle area underneath. Now all of that, all the collision under there is unloaded, but the loading zone in the back wall still exists. So by clipping into the floor, we can reach that loading zone and skip a whole bunch of Chapter 8, which also skips collecting a whole bunch of partners and items.
То есть мы можем стапить очень большой скип тут.
So how this works is first we need to get something called text storage, which is a state where we have a text box up but have full control of Mario and the game is running as normal. Now normally to do this, we would need to get an item drop and perform something called a late
This is where your run would die if you're on pace.
Yes.
Yeah, but it's okay, because we'll just get the item drop first try, you know? We'll just...
So this is why we have Item Hog, to increase the chance of an item drop. It's still only 21% on the Japanese version. It's higher in the English version.
И у нас не получилось, да?
If you don't have item hog, it's like a 4 point something.
Да, нам не дропнулся предмет. Выпали монетки.
Yeah, but now I'm gonna use a backup save.
Ну и как бы все, ран нелегитимный. Загрузим сейв, который подготовлен для марафона, чтобы...
We still have Flavio, so we're all good. Yeah, so if I don't get it, then I'm going to basically get the tech storage with the Ultra Boots, and then from there it's going to be serious time.
Ну, что на этом моменте обычно нормально ран умирает. Кстати, Йоши у нас теперь красный.
So what's going to happen is after he gets tech storage, he's going to 2/3 charge an Ultra Hammer Spin and get new encounter, and then run away. And that's going to make it so that Yoshi gets put behind Mario inside the wall.
Yeah, so this is a different way to get tech storage with the Ultra Boots. We don't have the Ultra Boots normally, but the item drop is just really just bad, so we did this to negate it. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and do some serious...
Красный, потому что он загрузил другой сейф, он каждый раз рандомится с светом на каждом прохождении.
That'll change where your partner spawns.
So he has to run away from this battle without clearing the text box because pressing A will advance the text. So he has to ultimately mash A and Z.
Мы, короче, створим вот этот текстбокс.
The end goal here is that we're going to have Yoshi out of bounds, and we're going to push him so that he falls off and starts falling. And then when he starts falling, if we basically close the text box and mount Yoshi with certain frame timing, we will teleport...
Если мы закроем текстбокс и залезем на Йоши в определенный фрейм, то это позволит нам выйти в ОБ. Да, сейчас уже сложно убежать. Поэтому не получилось с первого раза. И поэтому мы накладываем друг на друга эти текстовые... Оу, получилось. Окно буквально в 2 фрейма на этом скипе.
So he has to clip into the floor and then encounter this Ember because in
Да, он клипнулся в ОБ.
Dismount him from Yoshi so that he can move back.
Yeah, we've been saying frame perfect and like 2 frames. Like that is a minuscule fraction of a second.
Жесткий
Frame is
скип.
about a 60th of a second on the GameCube, so Yeah, that is a very tight window. And getting that first try.
And that's the final trick of the run. That was so great. Yeah, so
Замечательно.
what you do with the item, what you normally do with the item when you get an item drop is you essentially what is it?
Oh wait, I do an extra encounter.
Yeah, I'm gonna do this thing, guy. So what you essentially do is you get an item drop and then you basically do a delayed Goombella buffer into the item, and that's basically how you get tech storage. But again, it's just really, really RNG heavy, and it's
Так, расправляемся с этими врагами.
Marathon run. So I could have technically given it more chances, but yeah, I didn't really want to do that. But first try in a marathon, let's go.
Ну, Райнер, конечно, в шоке, что у него с первого раза получилось в это ОБ залезть.
I'm not gonna lie, my inner child.
Oh yeah?
My inner child popped off seeing you use Supernova.
Так, возьмем хпшки. Хпшки пригодятся. Марио теперь 20 хп. Немало.
I just love the idea of you blow most of your star points to use an attack that just hits for 15 damage.
Yeah, it's really overpowered.
The optimal route actually does use Supernova a couple times.
Yeah, there's another route where we have actually Goombella as the main partner that does damage, but it's a lot more risky. There's a bit of a chance to like die.
Да, да. Бонусы от Бэджи большие.
I know we probably love seeing overpowered Goombas, but overpowered Yoshi. Oh, I just realized I need to change my equip.
Мы, в принципе, большую часть Бэджи продали, потому что они стоили дорого.
Thank you.
This is something that really gets people casually a lot because you fight Grotus, and Grotus is a fairly difficult fight casually, and then
В принципе, у нас все равно их много.
Wait a minute, I just realized I
И нас ждет босс-файт.
In the previous Oh well. No wonder I didn't get the item drop first and second try. I didn't have item hog. Well, actually, I did have item hog equipped on this save. So the first time I didn't have it, and the second time I had it. But that's
you still had like a 1 in 20 to get it on the first one.
Yeah.
Now we're gonna watch what you get to do with speed strat. So Grotus has these 4 Grotus X's that surround him, and if he has 4, he is invincible to all damage. So we're going to use a Ice Storm and kill the Grotus X's, and then jump in his head a few
Так,
times.
используем ледяной шторм. Нам нужно справиться с этими мелкими ботами. Что ж, качаем атаку Йоши. Сейчас будет большой урон. Все его хп переведено в урон. Жестко настучали. Так, спасибо за райд, ребят.
Bowser and Cammy, and normally when you casually play this, you're like, man, I barely got through that fight. Oh, shoot, I have to do another fight. I'm dead. But thankfully, since we have an overpowered Yoshi and we have the strats, this will be pretty easy. Also,
отлично. Победили босса. Но ничего. Он еще не готов.
Assuming you don't superguard the fight, he will jump on turn 3, but we're not going to get that far in the fight. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to first hit Cammy Koopa and kill her. And then...
Hi, Bowser.
И тут прикатывает Баузер. Все-таки шел все время по следу нашему. Как ищейка, нюхач. И догнал нас. Так что не будет никаких вторых фаз, у этого босса будет Баузер сразу.
Now, Cammy is also a little scripted in that she always just does a basic attack on the first turn, but unlike Bowser, who, you know, does the Fire Breath attacks both, Cammy will either randomly attack Yoshi or Mario, so, you know, we really want to take her out on turn 1 if we can, because it's more unpredictable.
Так, стараемся застукать на Йоши.
She's just
Lucky you
dead.
did the stylish to flex.
It's actually faster to do the stylish.
Some frames.
Свичимся его, потому что хпшки у него уже нету.
There's another little version difference. On the Japanese version, there's a lot of
Снова свичимся.
and on English version, there's only 2 attacks in the entire game that can't be superguarded, I think.
Не домешивал раннер немного.
Nice.
It wouldn't have killed you. You had nothing to lose.
Он запарил,
Yeah.
получается,
Alright, and
Баузера. Это
bye-bye,
не то, что
Bowser.
много урона нанесло, но вот теперь удачно
There's Bowser,
замешал.
everyone.
Bowser?
И Баузер готов.
All right.
Alright, final level up here.
Now that
Такой вот
Bowser's
сетапчик
dead,
на урон.
we just have Shadow
На
to take
низком
care of,
ХП.
and I mean, like, there is like 5 minutes of cutscenes here.
Wait, you mean
Yeah.
Bowser's not the final boss?
И нас
What?
ждет где-то
That is
5
always the
минут
final
катсцен.
boss.
But yeah, there's like 4 minutes of cutscenes here. We could have some donations.
Или
Yeah, we're
4.
gonna have,
4
a
минуты.
lot of room for donations. So go for it.
Alrighty, I got some incredibly serious and real trivia. Totally, you all ready for this?
Yes.
Okay.
More trivia.
It's definitely accurate. $10 from Big James, who says, "Fun fact: Paper Mario beats Rock Mario, but
И
loses
теперь
to
уже
Serious
это
Mario."
реально финишная прямая.
There you go.
Финальные
Guess y'all didn't
боссы
know.
There you go.
повержены.
We also have $10 from Implied Kappa, saying, "Some more Paper Mario trivia for y'all. Due to differences between metric versus imperial time measurements, the original Japanese title of this game was Paper Mario: The 938-year 54-day door. It's much snappier in English." Wow.
Okay.
We also have $100 coming in from Kaboom Pow. I like the name. It says, "Good morning, GDQ. Hey, wait, this doesn't look like Super Mario RPG."
It's not.
No, it's Paper
better
Mario
game.
RPG.
Yeah.
I said it.
Oh, they're all so good, though. The first three, the RPG,
They are-
SMRPG,
they
and the two
Yeah.
Paper Marios, yeah.
Speaking of good morning, how's everyone doing in the audience?
You're hanging in
You're
there.
hanging in there. We're almost done. We're
We love
almost
the
there.
support.
Yeah, we love the support. I do appreciate everyone who took the time to stay up and watch this. It's awesome.
So here we see all the chapters that we counted
Flavio's there.
correctly, but did not go to. Also, Flavio is like a light in the darkness here.
Yeah, he's just
Kinda great.
immune. So
I
like,
think he just
He's
doesn't have a
glowing.
dark picture or something.
Hi, Flavio.
It's gonna, oh.
He's just everywhere. Where is he? Is he somewhere here? Where's Flavio?
my favorite one is the next one
He's our glowing boy.
He's our light in the darkness.
because you'll see he's
It's
just kinda
chat,
running in
I'm telling
place.
you. Always watching.
Flavio, what are you doing there? What are you walking away from?
He's just standing there,
Menacing.
menacingly.
You can probably fit a few more donations while we're in these cutscenes.
Yeah,
We're
sure
just being
thing.
goofballs.
We have $15 coming in from Miffin Phoenix. Muffin? It's all right. Saying, wait, what are you telling me, that Koopas are turtles? My life is changed.
Ну вот, короче, древнее зло, так
Thank you for
сказать,
the great
надвинулось на
entertainment and
мир.
good deeds, less than 3.
Хотя, казалось бы,
I
всех
love
позже
that.
победили,
Also,
но
just
не
getting in
всех.
real quick, we had two
Супер
$500
самый финальный
donations from
пупер-босс.
Anonymous,
Yo,
back to back.
Shouts to Anonymous.
Shout outs to Anonymous is one of our most generous donators at these events.
Oh, no Flavio in this cutscene.
I'd love to see Anonymous and then the Yeti get into like a steel cage match for who the better donator is.
Flavio's not in any of these cutscenes. Interesting. Where's our light?
Yeah, I think all hope is lost now.
Yeah, all
It's
hope
all
is
over.
lost. I've actually never seen this before. I don't know why Flavio's not here.
Not sure either.
Hey, what?
И да, мы все еще смотрим катсцены, катсценочки.
Uh,
Oh yeah, because we didn't fight Gloomtail. Gloomtail's just kind of there.
Frankly, killed Gloomtail.
Yeah.
So yeah, the room it shows Frankly trapped in is actually Gloomtail's room,
There's Flavio.
which leads to an interesting note that if you were to enter Gloomtail's room after
Древнее зло залезло в
defeating
принцессу
Elder
Пич.
Kenny, you would actually skip to this part of the cutscene.
Yeah, it's
Теперь
only
надо его
possible
вытащить
in
оттуда.
categories that get Miss Mouse and the Ultra Boots.
Unless you're tasked.
Unless
Yeah,
you can.
unless you're Tass. You know, Tass is, man, I can't believe how great Tass is at this game.
Yeah.
He's got like a 158 or something, 152. I don't even know. Oh yeah, so here.
I mean, Lotad has like a sub 30-minute time.
That's true. So right there, that is a text box where if you select the bottom option, you will game over. But the funny thing is if you mash A or B, you will not select that text box. You have to input down and then A in order for it to happen.
Yeah. So this is the first Shadow Queen fight, which is in 2 phases. The first phase, you just have to do 43 damage to her for her to transform into her true form.
Yeah, we're going to use double dip here and then do
in her true form, essentially we need to survive to attack her on 3 different turns. It's a little more complicated than that, but...
Yeah, I purposely didn't fill it up all the way because we don't actually need to.
Ну, главное нам сейчас выжить, так сказать, наша основная цель. Тут несколько будет неприятных атак.
A strat that we usually do in runs is we have Bobbery out, and Bomb Squad actually counts as like a few separate attacks.
Yeah, it can count up to 2 different attacks.
We'll go ahead and have Bobbery out.
So this is why upgrading the HP is relevant, because we need to just tank hits on this phase.
Ну, у нас все персонажи сейчас на этой фазе очень танковые стоят, поэтому мы переживем этот урон.
Normally we'd have 20 HP on Mario here, which would be good because if you guard her attacks, they do 6, so you know you can't die in 1 turn, assuming you're at full HP, and then you have Ultra Shrooms to heal up to full. Here we're even safer with 25.
So basically everything going on here, Grotus brought Peach to be the vessel for the Shadow Queen, and then the Shadow Queen's just like, alright.
Надо теневую королеву, так сказать, пережить и завалить.
Brace yourself, audience. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
I love this little 4th wall breaking thing here. Just, yeah, she just sucks all the audience out for full health.
That happens like multiple times in the game, but isn't it sad that like
И мы дождались нужной фазы, потому что
Shadow Queen like gets full health from the
теневая королева, файт заскриптованный. Нам нужно просто его пережить.
Alright, we've got probably like the best cutscene in the game where we get to use the power of the 7 crystal stars, which will weaken. Oh, and Flavio, to weaken Shadow Queen. So while we have this amazing music going on and this amazing cutscene, you can go ahead and fill that with donations.
И мы смотрим катсцену, как дружба и магия побеждает.
While we harness the power of these 7 crystal stars that we totally got.
Yeah, exactly. So take it away, Fu, with any amazing donations you have.
I'm waiting on more trivia. See if we need last-minute trivia. Also, we're like $3 from 1,600 out of that 7,000 that we need for upgrading to the hardest difficulty for Goof Troop. It is getting later in the morning, so we're getting closer to that, which is exciting. We do have $77 coming in from Summer Speak, who says, keep up the good work. We've also got $100 from She-Wolf, who says, not today, Cancer. Not today. With big hugs to all the runners. You are all awesome. Let's see what else we got.
Забавно, что этот пират загличенный постоянно присутствует на экране.
Spycrack, who says, thanks to all the runners. Less than 3. Let's beat Cancer.
Очень чудесно.
Listen, there are a couple that I've been dreading to read because it's $25 from Brawler, who says, what did the pirate say when he became an octogenarian?
Okay.
I'm 80. Like, I'm 80. I know. You can see why I was like, ugh.
That's so bad. I love it.
No, does it?
Hi, Flavio.
Oh, now Flavio's there.
Only time we see Chapter 4. Only time we see Twilight Town. And the best time, because we're not in Twilight Town.
Okay, but do you all think that the Dupless fight song is like the best song in the game?
It's such a great
It is
song.
up there. It's a shame.
Все спасены, так сказать.
I'd say that, and I personally just love the space station, I guess you call it. The
Oh yeah, X-Not Fortress.
Arxnot Fortress. It's so good.
It's awesome. You can fit in a few more donations.
Sure thing. Well,
И мы как можно быстрее скипать все диалоги, которые нам показывают. Казалось бы, ничего не происходит, но умелый палец бегуна прокликивает все это как можно быстрее.
I was like, I'm not gonna drag that out for you. Don't worry.
I'm sure you could do it too. It's the funny thing.
I'll sing, but in a pun, I'm gonna be less enthusiastic.
Flavio's trying to be a bob-omb right there, as you can see. But yeah, so right here we use this cutscene, or this in this cutscene, you can see all the voices of everyone from around, you know, like around like Mario's journey that we met.
Including ones we didn't meet.
Yeah, including the ones we didn't meet, being like, "Go, Mario! You can do it, Mario! You got this, Mario!"
И так сказать, весь игровой мир сейчас поддерживает Марио. Вот мы можем видеть диалоги, которые говорят: "Вот, погнали, пацаны."
I think there's some Gonzaleses as well.
Oh yeah, because Mario's nickname is Gonzales.
I'm just glad that one of these games finally gives Luigi his flowers. Because back during this area, like that was when the Mario and Luigi games just made fun of him.
Yeah, exactly.
Which again, we will be seeing Superstar Saga and later on
today, actually. Later today. But here we go. Yeah. So with the power of the Crystal Stars, we're all healed up, and Shadow Queen is weakened. So how should we beat this fight? I think we should let Yoshi.
Проголосовали, да. Выборы прошли не в пользу королевы. Так что пора прожимать айтемы и побеждать бой.
So he's going to be at 1 HP and completely invulnerable.
All right, let's do damage. Do another flip. And there we go. So yeah, this entire fight, we just tank Mario, which we have 5 extra HP, so that's awesome. And then we just, you know, just do damage to Yoshi.
This boss is just like kind of seems like a difficulty spike. She has 150 HP, which is quite a lot to take out. But with Yoshi in this setup, he does 54 with his basic attack every time.
Так, у нас ХП, в принципе, у Марио много, и он должен принять весь урон на себя. Потому что у Йоши-то одно ХП, но Йоши наносит дамаг ого-го при таком сетапе. Так что нам надо Йоши оставить в живых. Так, босс чаржится, но нам уже не важно. Мы на Йоши последний удар наносим. И все. Теневая королева готова. И можете наслаждаться эпилогом.
We're just going to use this time to give some very notable shout-outs. So shout-outs to, you know, just the Thousand Year Door community in general and the Paper Mario community. They're all very supportive.
Вот, передают, так сказать, привет всем раннерам, своим глитч-хантерам там.
To what it is today. A few notable ones is Really Tall and Solidified Gaming. They found most of the glitches in this run. There's also a lot of, there's 2 specific people, Zephyllus and Piston Miner, who did a lot of reverse engineering with this game.
Пару чуваков жестко на реверс-инженерили эту игру. Помогли, так сказать, ее с изучением.
Flavio wants to make sure Peach is okay. Let's see. So, shouts to, you know, the other runners. Minato is another runner who unfortunately couldn't make it to GDQ, but he was supposed to commentate for me, and he's awesome. He does a lot of 100%, and 100% is a very long category.
You can shout out Kape, who's a Japanese runner, and he's done a ton of routing work lately and optimized a lot of categories.
And they are also the world record holder.
He also is the world record holder in any record.
Yeah, let's see.
I can't even talk. It's like 6 in the morning.
Yeah, no. Yeah, let's see. Shoutouts to some of the other runners like Jake Bop. Let's see. I'm trying to think of anyone else notable that runs the game. Flavio's walking on water.
Shoutouts to Muzz.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Muzz is a great artist. Paper Mario.
И смешной глич Флавио, где он просто стоит на воде.
Oh, Flavio fell in the water.
Да. Вот такой вот был ран бумажного Марио, тысячелетней двери, которые они открыли.
Look, we all love Vivian. I'm just glad she
We
gets
all
to be
love
there.
Vivian,
Vivian, my
like-
beloved.
Yeah,
Vivian,
I don't think we need to worry about the other one.
Yeah, we don't need to worry about that.
Best girl and worst girl.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Any noble shout-outs you guys want to give? Shouts to Sway. He's awesome. You don't really run Thousand Year Door anymore, but if you want to see a lot of awesome Mario RPG content, like the series and quite literally the game, you've been recently doing Mario RPG speedruns. So, yeah. Glenn also does speedruns of Paper Mario, Thousand Year Door.
I do.
Yeah, so you
And
know.
a lot of other games.
Yeah, a lot of other games, you know. And I can't thank, you know, the two of you and Ghost Kumo for commentating with me. This run has been really fun, and I'm just so glad I got to show it off. I've been speedrunning
Вот и
this game.
всё.
In February, it will be 8 years.
Такая
I'm
вот
currently
игра,
21.
такой вот
I
ран.
started running this game when I was 13. Hi, Flavio.
Райан говорит, вот ему 13 лет было,
So
он
it's just
начал
been an incredible
яранить.
journey getting to speedrun this game and getting to be here at GDQ, you know, so many years later. It's been an incredible journey. Ghost Kuma, you got any shout-outs you want to give?
I think we got most of them. Just shout outs to Yoshi for that was to Flavio.
For sure.
Yeah.
But shout outs to Yoshi. I remember we first met at like Calithon years back, and
2017.
I was offering to help you out with commentary, and ever since then we've been able to do this thing for several different events. Even met up last year just to
Такие
hang out,
дела.
because don't
Yeah.
live super far from each other.
Yeah,
which
we actually
makes
live very close to each other.
which makes this very awkward. That like
I'm far away from you now.
I swear we have met infinitely more than at like other states than like the city we live in.
Exactly. Hi, Flavio. Let's see. Shouts to the back couch with a lot of my friends and supporters. They're all awesome people.
They are awesome.
Let's see. Shout outs to, you know, my friends and family. You all know who you are, especially the K&D crew. They're all a bunch of awesome people, and they're like my speedrun family.
Бесконечная череда шатаутов всем.
Really awesome people.
Подряд.
Just, you know, a bunch of speedrunners, you know, artists, you know, just a lot of cool people in general. Let's see. Shouts to Molo Style, my girlfriend, my amazing girlfriend. Honestly, that donation message almost made me weep. It was really sweet, and you know, I could not ask for a better partner than her. She's an amazing artist. She's an amazing artist. Flavio, by the way.
He's okay. He's okay.
Флавио
She's an
просто
amazing artist.
клипается в
She,
этот
draws a lot of song
корабль.
art. So if you want to check out our art, you can find her on Twitter at MoloStyle23. Shout out to GDQ for just accepting this run in general and giving me the opportunity to perform. It's, you know, it's an honor, and I'm just, you know, this run went really well, and you know, we got to bring Flavio along, and I think that's what everyone wanted. You know, shout out to the late night crowd, you know, who got to chill with us.
The next one is my favorite for Flavio.
Oh yeah. But yeah, really, just thank you all so much for, you know, letting me show this off. It's just been an amazing journey. Flavio just kind of spawns there in water infinitely.
Yep.
So
Здесь Флавио бесконечно спавнится над водой и падает.
Screen fades in on Mario, but before you do your applause,
Yeah,
pay
before you,
attention.
yeah.
Pay attention to like the very start of the credits, because something very special happens.
Yeah, so hold your applause when we call
Oh,
time,
that's-
because yeah, Flavio's just kind of still out there. He won't be let in.
Флавио не пускает в дверь, он застрял.
Yeah, so time is coming up.
Пытается пройти, но не может.
Yes. Peach invites us to another adventure.
All
Adventure
right.
never ends.
И нас зовут на очередное приключение.
Time.
И это время.
And wait before you
GG.
applaud. Flavio.
GG.
There we
GG,
go.
Yoshi. It's a good run.
Yeah, really good run. I'm very happy with how this run went. But there we go. I've basically done all of my shout outs. Just thank you all so much for this great journey. This has been a
И
really
это
good
всё.
run. You know, I could not have asked for anything
Хорошая
better.
игра.
You know, teleport early was a little struggle, but we got it, and that's all that matters. This was a great run, great show, and thanks everyone for being here. It was awesome. And
Спасибо,
we
что
hope you
смотрели,
enjoy,
так сказать.
more of GDQ, but thanks for having me. I'm Yoshizilla, signing off.
Hopefully it won't be 5 years till the next time this gets back.